chance to hear Brother Rand sing, and then we gonna shout out all the fans. Yeah, it's Minister Jap. You already know, man. Church is definitely in the building. They fucking with me though. Alright, let's do it. Church check in, 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 church on the bitch. Yeah. Church check in, 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 church check in. Hey, church on the bitch, 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 yeah, church on the bitch, yeah, church check in, church on the bitch, oh, church on the bitch, yeah, church on the bitch, church on the bitch, church on the bitch, church check in, let's go. Minister Jap, it's a new era and niggas is chat. I'm in the kitchen, I'm cooking this crack. Bitch getting taxed in my Benjamin static. Truck in the front and the engine in back. 3Ks, everything I'm whipping in is black. 3 hoes all wanna sit on my lap. High yellow heifer, I'ma hit her from the back. This is a fact, I'm taking your bitch, I'm not giving her back. Bitch got some kids, I'm not dealing with that. The back of her throw where my children is at, that was realer than that. Her mama's a hoe and her sister's a rat. Their head was amazing, the pussy was trash. Run up on church and that pistol gon' blast. Get your ass body trying to get to this bag, nigga, church. Church check in, 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 church on the bitch, yeah. Church check in, 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 church on the bitch, 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 yeah, church on the bitch, yeah, church check in, church on the bitch, oh, church on the bitch, yeah, church on the bitch, church on the bitch, yeah, church on the bitch, listen, church check in, let's go. Relinquish the bitch, you loving and cuffing to be with the bitch. She came in with you, but I leave with the bitch. I bang and I skeet on the bitch. They be like Jap conceited and shit. I push it to start, ain't no key to my whip. Believe in the game, don't believe in the bitch. I listen to sin and the rest of the pips. You chasing the bitch and ain't chasing the check. You look like a bitch when you making them threats. You talk how you talk cause you safe on the net. When I see you, no talking, I'm breaking your neck. Catch a nigga like I do, I'm dirty on sight. Whole lot of barking, but I bet he won't bite. Bet a nigga won't roll the dice with his life. Double cross church kid, crucified twice, nigga. Church check in, 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 church on the bitch, yeah. Church check in, 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 church on the bitch, 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 yeah, church on the bitch, yeah, church check in, church on the bitch, oh, church on the bitch, yeah, church on the bitch, church on the bitch, church on the bitch, hey, church check in, let's go. Church, check in. It's your boy, Minister Jap. Listen, I know y'all been looking for me, but at the bottom of this video, in the description section, you'll see where it says follow me. You can follow me on all social media platforms. You know, make sure you click the links in the description so you can get in touch with me and get in tune with everything I post at all times. You never know, the haters might try to take us down. Also, make sure you follow my backup channel, Minister Jap Church Media. Follow the channel now. We are not going nowhere. We're here to stay. Make sure y'all paying attention. Church on the move. Peace.
Minister Jap, I'm talking to you, nigga. Yeah, I got a kid. I got 2 daughters and a son. Yeah, man.
Black women are bad mothers.
And that's why you having a baby by the motherfuckers you had a baby with is your fault. That's why you being a single mother is your fucking fault. That's why being a baby daddy ass nigga is your fault.
Live from the church.
Church check in.
It's Minister Jap.
Black women, they're some of the most worst bitches on with money, but yet they're still taking trips and they look fly doing. They are the flyest, broken bitches you're gonna ever deal with.
On Minister Jap TV.
Church check in, man. Church check in. in. Hit that like, hit that share. Much love, man. Much love to the family. You already know. We gonna talk heavy. We gonna talk real. Shout out to Melvin with our first super chat. First person coming through showing some love. $5 house. Who barbecue? Shout out to the ladies. Don't think I don't see them sundresses with no drawers. I see you. What's happening? It's getting hot outside, man. Y'all players better start chopping it with these broads. Church, check in, talk to me. Oh man, what's happening, man? Oh man, what's happening, man? I had to take yesterday off, man. You know, celebrate Juneteenth with the fam. You know, there's plenty of barbecues. I just couldn't miss it. I couldn't miss it. Sorry. They was barbecuing fish. What you want me to do? Fish on the grill, man. Smoked fish. You know what I'm saying? You know, I couldn't be late, man. I couldn't be late, man. I had to get that smoked chicken. Be out here, man. Chicago, you know, it started off good, man. It really did start off good, man. Ended in a tragedy last night, right on 95th Street in Roseland. Hope none of your family and nobody got hit last night. It was a drive-by last night. Over 13 people got shot in a drive-by last night. You know what I'm saying? On 95th Street, right off the it's right in front of the projects, right in front of Loaded Homes, right in front of the projects, over there in Princeton Park. And they shot that whole shit up, man. It's always this type of bullshit, man. You know. Start off good. We playing Frankie Beverly and Maze. You know what I'm saying? People out the Park District, everybody kicking out, having a good time, man. And here come the YNs, man. They sprayed it was over 100 shots, and they sprayed a crowd. And if you got Google Maps, you can look it up, 95th and Princeton. It was right by a store, it was right across the street from the project. And they was counting all the shell cases, over 100 shots. 13 people got hit. Nobody died, though. Nobody died, which was a blessing. Hey, Slim with the 20 showing love to this church. Rest in peace, Sinful to P. Yeah, man, the gang banging out here is serious, man, and the influence of the drill music and social media, man, only ignites it. Only ignites it, man, because I know the two gangs that's warring around there, and they are heavily in social media and taunting each other, and it's gonna be a lot of shooters. There was a lot of shootings in the area where I live at. Believe it or not, I was hearing a lot of noise when I was sleeping. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Over there off 95th, somewhere over there, 95th and Princeton. 13 people got hit. I think only one person is in critical, but nobody died. Nobody died, which was the luck of the draw because these kids got these damn Glocks with these buttons on them, turning them into machine guns, and they just pick a hell of a day, man. This just goes to show that these people need parents. I guarantee you, every last one of them people in that car that was shooting was raised by a single mama. That they running all over. Probably ain't even raised by their mama. They probably living with their grandmama, running all over their grandmama. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, these damn switches, man, is killing the game, man. But 75th Street was nice. They had the parade and shit, and everybody was out there barbecuing, selling food and stuff like that, playing good music and vibing out. I don't know if anybody went to Hyde Park. I didn't go to Hyde Park. I'm wondering what Hyde Park was like. But only thing I heard that was really crazy was 95th Street. It was like one of the biggest altercations or the biggest situations where it was a shooting. And they shot it up bad. Over 100 shots. That's why they be having these switches, because they really got bad aim. They can't shoot. And that's the crazy part about it is you turn a semi-automatic into a fully automatic, and y'all still ain't hitting nobody. Y'all hit on all them people over there, because it was like 50 people standing outside and only 13 got hit, and y'all let off over 100 shots. So it just goes to show how reckless these mogs are with these guns, man. You know what I'm saying? Definitely, but people out here still getting it in for Juneteenth weekend. You know what I'm saying? We try to keep it positive around here. I like being around positive black folks, getting together, barbecuing, playing cards, playing spades. I kick all y'all ass in spades. Don't play with me, man. Give me a good partner. We're going to tear y'all ass up. Ain't a big fan of dominoes. I don't feel like doing all this math and shit when I'm drinking. I'm chilling. A lot of ladies was out. Hell of a time to be in a bitch face. Yesterday, you know what I'm saying? Bitches was showing out. Showing out. Those cheeks were clapping. Clapping 10. Cheeks everywhere. But again, man, can't mess with these Chi-Town bras, man. They do be looking good, but boy, oh boy, them bitches is hard to deal with, man. They're hard to deal with. They are mentally Chicago bitches are men. Them are some rough bitches, man. I don't give a fuck how many degrees she got. I don't give a fuck how much she make. These are some rough bitches to deal with, man. You will never have peace with a Chicago bitch. Never, ever. They are not peaceful. Shit, I wouldn't be surprised if they told me that it was a car full of bitches that shot them niggas up. That's how wild Chicago bitches is. They not here for the bullshit. These hoes are wild. Especially them East Side hoes, man. Leave them bitches alone, man. But yeah, man, we gotta get into this, man. Juneteenth, man. They conveniently want to release the Karmelo Anthony footage on Juneteenth. I think that this is an act of war. Ain't no coincidence, man. Ain't no coincidence. This was strategically done. You know what I'm saying? This was strategically done, man. To really, really fuel the fire for this race riot that they're trying to start, this race war they're trying to start, man. And I've told y'all, I see it coming, man. They are trying to start a race war. And at the end of the day, out of all races, we as foundational Black Americans are always going to be the most disrespected. they're gonna disrespect us the most. You know, you're not gonna you got white people out here who are down in Juneteenth. You know what I'm saying? And I always tell people, man, don't no other race know about Black history. Mexicans don't, Puerto Ricans don't, Africans don't, white people don't. Chinese people definitely don't. Arabs could give a fuck. Nobody cares about our history, and we got to stop accepting the disrespect. Because the Jews don't do it. None of these other groups have to take the disrespect that we take. The expectation is for us to take the disrespect and just deal with it. Stop complaining. Get over it. While everybody else gets special treatment. Our history is swept under the rug. St. Patrick's Day get more respect than this. Columbus Day get more respect than Juneteenth. You ask the average white person, they don't even know what the hell it is. Well, for you and you tethers, it's not when the slaves was freed, per se, when the Emancipation Proclamation was signed. 2 years later, because they didn't have cell phones and, you know, the internet, they couldn't relay the message to the Confederacy. So I think it was like, was it General Granger? Had to get troops and go down to Galveston, Texas, to let them people know that them slaves are freedmen. And they got met with resistance. But that was when the whole U.S. pretty much knew that everybody, you know, slavery is pretty much done. You know, it started in the North and then up, you know, when it got down to South. It took 2 years for it to get down South. So what was it, June 19th? That's when we celebrated. When it happened, I can't remember the year. Was it somebody in here is a history buff, got the year in the chat. But that's why we celebrate that. A lot of white people don't even know our history. A lot of white people don't even know why we have the last names we have. You know, that's the level of ignorance they have when it comes to our history. You know, but they love us. They love our culture right now. And then still down on us. They got, Black fatigue. You know? Like, we should keep our holidays just as sacred as they keep theirs. Just as sacred as they keep. The white people out here saying this is a worthless holiday, we don't meaningless, this and that. The most meaningless holiday is Christmas. It's Christmas. I honestly judge a person's intelligence and consciousness by whether or not they celebrate Christmas or not. Because when I give people that test, because if you're a Christian, you know it's not in the Bible. You never were commanded to do any of the stuff that you're doing. Every aspect of it is false, and you know it in the information age. And if you still do it, that just shows that you are too scared to go against the traditions of man. So that just lets me know the type of person that I'm dealing with when they can't let Christmas go. I'm not telling you to let the Bible go, stop believing in Jesus, anything like that. But if you hold Christmas more sacred than Black History Month and holidays that pertain to us, that just let me know that you are forever a slave. You know, that if that ain't the whitest holiday possible, why do we outdo white people on their day? They made every aspect of it up. When a nigga can't let Christmas go, it just goes to show me, man, you not with this. You're not with this conscious shit. You're not with that. You know? When you know something is false and you keep doing it just because, hey, it's a tradition. It's not your tradition. And then when you get your traditions, you bullshit with it. You shoot up 95th Street with it. Then you let white people talk down on it. But Christmas just warms your heart. You know? You don't celebrate Malcolm X's birthday like you celebrate Christmas. You don't celebrate Martin Luther King holiday like you do Christmas. You don't celebrate the whole month of February like you do Christmas. Because you a fool and you a slave. You don't celebrate Juneteenth like you do Christmas. Because you a fool and you a slave. We got to stop taking the disrespect as FBAs, man. I'm tired of tethers playing with our heritage. I'm tired of all of these other immigrants playing with our heritage. An immigrant can give a damn about black folks' heritage. I'm going to be honest with you. That's why I don't give a damn about theirs. I don't care about Palestinian pain. I don't care about Israeli pain. That is their business, and I'm a mind mine. Because both of them have absolutely no love for a foundational black American. All these immigrants absolutely have no love for a foundational black America, but they stay in our business. They stay in our business. They are obsessed with being in black business. They just here to disrupt. You know? And when anything is pertaining to us having to shed light on our history, it's either white people or immigrants or terrorists here to shit on it. Like it's nothing. You know? Like this motherfucker.
Happy Juneteenth.
Like this dead ass motherfucker.
Okay, everybody, a lot of people are going to be saying Happy Juneteenth. It should not be a federal holiday, and I'm on my way to work. Have a good day.
It shouldn't be a federal holiday, but y'all recognize Pride Month? Trans Rights Day and all that? All of these things get recognition. Shit, even Women's Day. Where's Men's Day? Ain't it like Women's Appreciation Day or week or month or something? They have none of that for men, especially a free-thinking straight black man. We don't get any recognition whatsoever. We get us a holiday, here they come trying to shit on it. Mind your damn business. Mind y'all damn business. Y'all didn't go through slavery. Y'all don't come from being set back. That's our history. It's true. It happened. Respect it like you respect that damn Holocaust. Watch your mouth like how you watch your mouth when it comes to Jews. But see, we don't get that respect. Then when we turn up on y'all ass, now y'all want to start talking about they're chipping out. You know, we got straight immigrants, tethers, still commenting on our holidays when you don't even supposed to be here with your Indian ass.
Juneteenth is a useless holiday?
I basically do.
He said Juneteenth is a useless holiday. Why don't you go take a shit in the street?
Do you think Juneteenth is a useless holiday?
I basically do.
Single day voting on election day. We will make election day a holiday in the United States.
So you want to make election day a holiday, but Juneteenth can't be a holiday. When the slaves were free, that can't be a holiday, but election day could be a holiday. This is an Indian. When did you get to come over in this country start dictating shit? You know? And let's be real. When Vivek Ramaswamy ran, he stole every one of his talking points, his whole demeanor, just like all of these tethers do, like Myron. They steal from black folks to create their identity. He stole everything from Larry Elder. Larry Elder's like, he's saying everything I'm saying word for word. A lot of you all old black people. Without us, you're boring.
States of America, so there's no complaints about it. Cancel Juneteenth or one of the other useless ones we made up. Okay? We can't have like everything be a holiday.
But all the
So we got this guy talking about cancel Juneteenth and all these made up holidays. Fam, you don't even belong here. Half of the people can not even say your last name. That's the thing, man. I want them to really stop immigration for 20 years. Let these other countries figure their shit out. Because they coming over here flexing. Now because we're a part, we as foundational black Americans are a part of American history. The ugly part of it. You know, we are part of the ugliest part of American history. And I'd be damned if I let an Indian or African, a tether, a Somalian, a Sudanese, somebody diminish our history when you barely even should be here. You wouldn't be even treated like a human being if it wasn't for black folks and the sacrifice that black folks made. You know? That's why we really need to boycott all of these immigrants in our community. You know, we got that situation going on with the Asians. I'm gonna do a show on that, man. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. The boycott ain't gonna work because the black woman, yes, I'm gonna blame the black woman. The black woman does not stand firm. The black woman is not standing firm. You talking about, oh, y'all want to boycott the Asians and all that coming in here? Y'all don't stand firm. Y'all still going to the beauty supply stores, buying weed from them. Y'all still going to go get y'all fingernails and toes done by the Asians. Y'all don't stand firm for nothing. So with the brothers, we can stand firm all day. But it's gonna be our sisters that's gonna ruin that. Until we can get black women to sit their ass down and stop going to Asian businesses, that boycott will never work. Because the black woman is gonna sell us out every time. I'm just telling you right now, I've been seeing it. Black women have still been doing it. I've seen it in real life and I'm seeing it online. They are not standing firm and standing with us. They will not give up the weave. They will continuously keep putting Asian kids through medical school. So until the black woman want to stand up, you can kiss that Asian boycott goodbye. It's kaput, buddy. Because the black woman is not going, she ain't disciplined enough. She gonna sell us out every time. She gonna sell us out every damn time. We could literally bankrupt the Asian community by doing two things: not going to their restaurants and not getting any of their hair products and going to their nail salon. They would be bankrupt. And if they got any type of liquor stores or bodegas or convenience stores, if we absolutely stop shopping there, they would not know what to do in America. Are you understanding that? Half of them barely speak English. They would not know what to do in America. Do you realize before they get on the plane to come over here, you are on they got their sights on you. They already know your community. They know exactly where they're going. So everybody talk about this Asian boycott. It's not going to happen until the black woman get her mind right. And unfortunately, black women don't stand for shit. Now, if it's going at a black man, if it's getting together, we gonna get him, girl. They'll put all their efforts and forces into that. But here's something that's totally damaging the community. And if you really outraged about what happened to Cyrus coming out of that convenience store stealing them waters, if you really are angered by that, you would stand for something. But black women don't stand for nothing. So us as the brothers, we'll hold it down. Yeah, we'll be out there, man. We're gonna shut this thing down. Black woman will be kicking the door down to get in. That's why I told you the black community's got to get back to black male leadership. Because our women are out of order and they too boisterous. They have too much of a voice. And they defiant to the movement. They the closest thing to a tether because they play both sides. The black man don't get to play. The free thinking straight black man does not get to play both sides. A gay man does. But not a free thinking straight black man. A baby boomer, fried chicken Christian does, but not a free thinking straight black man. We do not get to play both sides. We are enemy to the white man. We're enemy to the tellers. We're enemy to the immigrants. We're enemy to our own women. Everybody targeting us. And we try to unite with these women and they weak mentally. Take the bullhorn from that bitch. Because if she got to sew in a lace front or whatever like that, that's your marker right there to show you that she ain't with this shit. Don't talk to me about no Asian boycott with a weave in your head. Because I know where you got it from. And I know where you're going to go back and go get it. You are a slave to that damn weave. You are a slave to that weave. Talking about Asian boycott. That's not going to work. Let me tell you. In Chicago, it was a woman who got beat up on 83rd by where the Walmart used to be. It's still over there. It's a nail shop. It's an Asian nail shop. Black woman got beat up by the Asians. You know who came up there? Wasn't the sisters. They didn't get together and say, we gonna shut this shit down. No, it wasn't the sisters. The sisters were still in there getting their goddamn nails done. It was a black man by the name of Tony Muhammad for the Nation of Islam. He came up there with a couple of brothers, went ballistic up in there, letting them know we gonna shut y'all ass down. You touch another black woman, and there's black women still sitting there, didn't get up like they see. He was going off up in there. They called the police, and guess who locked him up? Guess who put the cuffs on him? A black woman cop. So when we go stand up for y'all, that's the thanks we get. Y'all still go back to those places. That place is still open. Them women didn't get up out they seat and march out. They watched that black man get locked up on behalf of y'all. So don't talk to me about no Asian boycott, because the black woman is gonna sell us out every time. Now all this racial tension is going on. Black women talking shit, but y'all play both sides. We, as the free-thinking straight black man, don't get that luxury. So while y'all out here running y'all mouth, we gotta face the brunt of the bullshit you start. Cause you ain't got no strategy. And when the shit get too hot, it get too thick, you're gonna be waving a white flag trying to be as white as you can be. This is why I say these bitches don't need microphones, they need headphones, they need to be in the house and not on the front line. We didn't ask no black woman to be on the front line. Because when you take your ass on the front line, you're gonna fuck everything up. Just like y'all fucked up this damn trial. With this bullshit. All of these emotional niggas out here turned this damn trial into a racial issue and got this man the maximum damn sentence. When we should have had a strategy. But you want to always argue and want to be right instead of trying to hold your tongue so we can get this young nigga out early. Yes, we know he gonna serve some time, but we don't want to get him fried. Y'all hoes out there screaming and shit, and he got fried. Don't y'all see that they are they are basically initiating an act of war. They're showing you. They're taunting us. This is no coincidence that they dropped that footage on Juneteenth. While you niggas celebrating, here's the evidence we've been suppressing from y'all. Now, I told y'all before, I'm not saying that he was not guilty. He's guilty. But I told y'all my goal in the beginning was just so he could get the best defense, which he didn't. In the fairest, most lenient sentence possible, so he could have a life again. Because I told you I have to be realistic about it. He was not going to get off on self-defense. a lot of factors that if you, it's a lot of premeditated factors. Why bring a knife? And they lied about, they lied about the knife. A lot of black folks, we don't want to hear the truth. I'm gonna show y'all that knife a little bit later. It was not that little Swiss knife that they was talking about that comes with the bottle opener and all that shit that go on a keychain or some shit like that. No, it was a real fucking knife. You know what I'm saying? It was a nice size blade, about that big. He had a lot of room to retreat. People say, oh, he couldn't get it. He got away because as soon as he stabbed him, that motherfucker, he had plenty of room to walk away. He could have got out there when he seen him coming. You have to give me something to defend. You know, it didn't look like a melee. We're going to watch it. We're going to be fair about it. Just because we black don't mean we always right. I think the young man made a bad mistake. A mistake in judgment. But I think the sentence is too much. I think he deserves a shot to get back in society. When you give him 30-something, 35 years, he don't have a shot in hell at coming back in society. If he even survives jail. But they did this. White media did this to throw this in our face on a day where we celebrate. It is illegal to bring weapons on school premises. Everybody keeps saying it. It was not a legal knife. Listen, I want you all to stop with the bullshit. Because this is why these tethers and all of these motherfuckers are talking shit about us, because we're not being logical. If you own a firearm, I own a firearm. I have a legal firearm. I can't take it to the club. If I get in the club with my illegal firearm and I get jumped and somebody hit me with some bottles and shit like that, and I shoot somebody, yes, I was protecting myself, but I was not supposed to have a gun in the club. Law. If you own a weapon, you cannot bring a weapon on school premises. You have to leave it in your car. That's why a lot of people, guns get stolen who are gun carriers in these gun states, because they have to leave their guns in the car. Unfortunately. There are certain places you can bring your weapons. A school ground is not. You cannot bring weapons on a school ground. He was cooked right there. He was cooked. Yes, it's a legal knife, but you put it in an illegal condition. Are you not grasping that? I know you don't want it to be right, but it is, and it's real. Try taking your gun to a courtroom. Try taking your gun and walk through TSA. Your legal firearm. Try taking a knife on a plane. I got attacked on the plane. I had a knife. You cannot take weapons to school zones. Fam. Can everybody in here understand that? That you cannot take weapons to school functions? Is that a hard concept to understand? Well, it's Texas. You still cannot be in Texas walking around school grounds with a firearm on your side, even though it's legal. It's not legal there. So shut up with that stupid shit. See, this is why I have to talk to you niggas the way I talk to y'all. Because this is why the tethers is talking crazy about us. Because we're talking crazy. We think that we can bring weapons to school grounds. And we still trying to have that argument. Fam, there are certain arguments we lost. We cannot have that argument with them. Drop it. He shouldn't have had a knife on school grounds, period. He was cooked. I'm sorry. I wish he wouldn't have did it. But you're not giving me nothing to defend. It was not like he was walking down the street and this happened. You cannot have weapons there. Show me a school that allows you to bring weapons, and I'll stop talking about it. Second of all, if you have any ounce of intelligence, knowing that you can't bring a weapon to school and you do bring it, that means you are anticipating some bullshit. If I know I can't bring a gun to the club and I'm trying to bring it in there, that means I know I'm in danger when I get there. So why am I going to the danger? And I'm a kid, so why am I not alerting the authorities that there's possible danger? And I thought about bringing a knife to school where I know I can't bring it. I thought about bringing it. But instead of bringing it, I'm going to let y'all know because it's on my mind to bring a weapon because I know something's about to jump off. I didn't bring the weapon to kick it with. It wasn't a fashion accessory. Be real with that little nigga. If your kid brought a motherfucking knife to school, you would kick their ass. Let's say your kid brought a knife to school and they got caught with the motherfucker, and the teachers called your ass and said, your daughter brought a knife to school. We caught them before they used it. You're not gonna tell me, you're gonna be like, you know what? They got the right to have the knife. This is Texas. No, you're gonna get on their motherfucking ass, you're gonna kick their motherfucking ass if you're any type of goddamn parent. Because you know better and them kids supposed to know better. Stop fucking being an idiot because you want to be right. This is a situation where the nigga was wrong. All I'm saying is I don't want him to get all that goddamn time. But you niggas keep coming up with these dumb ass arguments, you fucking it up. And y'all gonna fuck up the appeal. Y'all gonna fuck up the appeal. Good to see you back. Appreciate you, man. Legend, man. Y'all gonna fuck up the appeal, man. Charleston white ass niggas, man. Y'all not being real, man. Because if your kid got caught with a weapon at school and they came and called you, you gonna kick their ass. I know if I got caught with a weapon at school, my father's kicking my ass. What the fuck you bringing a knife up here for? Oh, they was gonna jump me. Fuck you. Boy, you better fight them boys. Whatever happened to going back to go, oh, y'all finna jump me? I bet. We'll be back. I'm coming back with the guys. What happened to them days? What's up with these little bitch niggas y'all raising? They pick up a knife? Off top? You know? Then he say, okay, the knife, okay, this makes it even worse. The knife wasn't even on him. He went to his bag and go get the knife. We had hoes at my high school that was coming through with razor blades. Razor blades are legal. They was cutting hoes' faces, cutting hoes up. Oh, they was defending themselves? No, all them hoes got motherfucking damn near attempted murder charges. A lot of you don't know nothing about nothing. If you hit anybody above the motherfucking waist with a deadly weapon, it could be considered attempted murder. Hit a motherfucker upside the head with a beer bottle and they get knocked out. That's attempted murder. The brat served what, 4-5 years in prison for hitting the bitch upside the head with a Patron bottle in the club. When you grab weapons, shit gets real. See, I think we're divided on this as black folks because we want everything we do to be right, and sometimes it just ain't. Sometimes we just can't defend some shit. Sometimes we gotta hold the L. We look even dumber trying to defend shit where we supposed to be holding the L for it. Now, this is a situation where, yes, I already told you he was going to jail for that shit. And we got to hold the L. But I don't want to see him get fried. He got fried because his parents, the way that y'all framed it on social media, turned it into this whole race thing. Now white folks prove their point. Oh, we going to slam that little nigga. And then I'm going to go retire. That's what the judge did. And we keep running our mouths and doing all this shit. Got motherfuckers like Charleston White and shit like that going viral, inciting all this bullshit. Gonna fuck up that boy appeal. Couldn't get no black people on the jury because you niggas couldn't play the game. All you had to do was shut up and say, no, I'm biased. Knowing damn well in your head, you're going to hang the jury. I was reading, they had black folks that they was interviewing. Black folks was out there saying, no, I can't be non-biased. That's a young black man. That's why I got all these tethers, and they had nothing but tethers and white people who tried this dude. I mean, who was the jurors? We complaining about the black jury, but we can't stay on code to help the brother. We too emotional with our outrage. If the nigga would have played it covert, I'd have been, I have white people in my family. I don't believe in racism. I'd have played it down. Get as many brothers as possible on that damn jury. The nigga got hung because you niggas can't shut up. See, niggas want to win an argument instead of winning the game. That's what niggas was focused on, winning an argument. And that nigga is the collateral damage of that shit. A nigga's trying to prove a point to white folks instead of just playing the goddamn game, nigga, and save the little young nigga. He could have got 5 years if you niggas had played it right. Let alone his fucking family spent all the damn money. Didn't give him a shitty defense. And then they played it all wrong. Made it a racial issue. They should have been in harmony with the father who was extending the olive branch. No, they spit in his hand. Made it tension. Now he got to suffer because y'all trying to prove a point to white folks. Karmelo was supposed to come from the shoulders on Austin. Exactly. But with his feminine thinking, he crashed out and took a life. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to watch all the footage. We're going to walk it down slow. And listen, I'm going to put the link in. I need y'all to share this. Feel free. If you want to back this bullshit, by all means. I'll give you the link. You motherfuckers will come in and voice your sassy ass mind. But me and the brothers, we spoke about this last time. If the family would have played it the right way, they would have it would have humanized Karmelo. It would let him testify. It would have humanized him. Y'all let the media and everybody, y'all trying to prove a point and all this stupid ass protesting the ways y'all was doing it, demonize that man. Make white folks fearing him. They felt good with the verdict. They sleep good at night. You make them sleep good at night the way y'all framed him because of how y'all look. The people that was representing him, which is the family, the black family, all the way that niggas acted, white folks felt justified. White folks felt justified. But we're going to keep it real today.
Karmelo Anthony murdered Austin Metcalf. There is no other way to slice it. He said he put his hands on me, as in Austin Metcalf. He put his hands on me, so I stabbed him. That's not justification for killing someone. But I don't give a damn what your race. I don't give a damn about what your race, your ethnicity is. Just because you're white and young doesn't mean you deserve to be murdered. And just because you're black and young with challenges that black folks face every single day doesn't give you a license to murder someone. That's what happened.
That's just what it is, man. He acted with the emotions of a woman, man. Women pick up weapons off top like that. Like, you know, you arguing with your baby mama, she want to go grab a kitchen knife. In an argument. You know? That's the type of shit that a bitch do. You know? That's the type of shit that a bitch do, man. You know? But the parents failed him. This is failed parenting. You know? Especially now that it happened, the parents didn't do any sacrificing in lifestyle to make sure he gets the best representation and the best outcome possible. That's all I was saying from the beginning. When this case first came up last year, we were talking about it. I said, I got to be real with you. Looking at the circumstances. Yes, he's going to go to jail for this shit. Especially where he did it at. Where he did it at on school grounds and where he did it at in Texas. And to who he did it to. You're going to jail, bro. Now, only thing we could wish for was the best outcome. Only thing that's good about his outcome is he didn't get life and he didn't get the death penalty. But the time is too much. I think he needed to be, I hope the appeal can get him down to 10 years. He could do 5, come out, rehabilitated, 5 years probation, go to college, change his life around, have a life. Try to make amends with family or, because he did take a life. He killed someone. I don't think any of us in this room have killed anyone. You know, you believe in God, you probably want to, you know, try your best to make it right with that family. And that has nothing to do with race. That's just believing in the creator and having some decency about you. You took the life, you took a father's son from him. You can at least owe him a conversation, a something. That's just the truth. That's just the truth. But 38 years with possibility of parole in 17, it's going to turn him into an animal. That's going to turn him into an animal. If he gets to the 17th year, they might as well not let him out, because I don't know what at that point, we don't know what they're letting out of jail. He's just now 18. You talking about another half of his life. He had one half of his life where he was free, and the other half of his life he was locked up. Who knows what type of monster that they will be? But I don't see the strength in his father. You know, I see the sass in his mother. And I just don't see wisdom being imputed into him. Because if wisdom was in that boy, he wouldn't have made this choice. But I just feel like the parents are weak as fuck.
My son didn't intend to hurt anyone. My son was defending himself.
Take us inside that courtroom. What stuck out to you?
What stuck out to me, number one, was the all-white jury. But I was trying to be, you know, like, all right, it's not that big of a deal. I mean, the truth is on our side.
At the sentencing hearing, the defense...
It's like his father has an airhead vibe to him. So I don't really see his father instilling anything into him. Anything manly, any type of strength, he just ain't sharp. His father's not a sharp nigga.
Called only one witness on Anthony's behalf, his mother, Kayla Hayes. What did you tell the jury?
To have mercy on my son.
What do you say to his grieving family?
It's unfortunate to where nobody wins. We've all been hurt by this. Everybody.
That poor boy is fixing to experience a life that I would not wish upon anyone.
Austin Metcalf's father, Jeff, called Anthony's sentencing bittersweet.
What it boils down to for me is this. Austin will never walk through that door again and never give me a hug.
The case drew national attention, prompting protests in support of both teens. And both families involved say they've received threats.
This morning, I've had multiple emails, texts, threatening me, calling me all sorts of names.
See, us threatening him, it didn't help Karmelo. See, a lot of us got to think, we doing this, will this help Karmelo? We doing this, will this help Karmelo? None of that shit is helping.
In our interview, the Anthonys made a point to call back one man they say continues to dox them.
Why are you calling me, man?
To make fun of you.
Both families urged supporters to tame their emotions.
I forgave him. But people need to understand about forgiveness. Forgiveness was not for him. Forgiveness was for me, so I don't carry the rage, the hate, and that around. It will eat me up like cancer.
At the end of the day, there's nothing we can say or do for people to accept us.
My son didn't intend to hurt anyone.
This is an unfortunate situation all the way around. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Well, for them to drop it on Juneteenth, they trying to kick this shit off, man. They trying to kick this shit off. This was intentional. You know, but we gotta take a look at this footage and stuff like that, man. But again, man, I tell y'all, man, y'all fathers, man, sit y'all kids down, man, and show them this case. And show them a young man whose whole life is gone because he couldn't take an ass whooping. Or he couldn't run away. He had too much pride to run away. You know? I remember when I was young, it was like 12 niggas trying to jump me. I ran fast. They could not catch my black ass, nigga. Got the fuck out of there. You know? It be like that in high school. I know how it was, man. You know, shit just be like how it be, man. But, you know, I didn't go back home and go get my dad's pistol and come back. And then say, yeah, they try to jump me. Like, no, shit. This type of shit that happens.
Reality of the father and the mother, of them pretending like, well, someone put their hands on my child and therefore my child has the right to stab them. That's a street, ghetto, prison culture, drug dealing mindset. The father is a car salesman. Car salesmen usually have to be pretty clever, pretty persuasive. They're not dumb idiots. People that buy into ghetto culture. Those aren't very bright people. And so when I start thinking, what were they doing living in Frisco, Texas? A car salesman who's this stupid just doesn't add up to me.
Their father is some fucking, like I said, listening to that father, I actually have an understanding of why he picked up a knife. Because that father of his is just not sharp, my nigga. I'm sorry, bro. That father of his is just like, I have a great father. And you know, he's sharp. He's like Furious Styles on Boys in the Hood. I don't get talking tos. I get lectures. To this day, I get lectures. You know? I know Father's Day tomorrow. I'm gonna call him. I'm gonna get a lecture. Yeah, I gotta make sure my AirPods are charged because I am about to get an earful. Motherfucker about to talk to me. I'm about to get talked to. Yeah. You know? Talk to, nigga. But yeah, man, they released the footage, man. How convenient.
Shocking footage from the Karmelo Anthony murder trial has blown up the self-defense myth pushed by his supporters for an entire year. In Texas court, prosecutors played the video showing one 7-year-old Karmelo Anthony stabbing Austin Metcalf to death under a tent at a high school track meet with no prior attack, no melee, and no threat to his life, just a senseless killing after Metcalf asked him to leave the team tent. Anthony then tossed the knife, fled the scene, and tried to blend in with the crowd. Outside the courthouse, Black supremacists are rioting, screaming racial slurs like cracker motherfucker.
That's what fucked him up. We didn't play the game. Going out there, screaming all that shit did not help Karmelo. You don't think the judge go home and watch TV? You think they just locked in the courtroom all day? They sleep in the courtroom. They wake up, come back. They are regular people too in society. You know what I'm saying?
And tried to blend in with the crowd. Outside the courthouse, black supremacists are rioting, screaming racial slurs like cracker motherfucker, push you right into the grave, and chanting the only good cracker is a dead cracker while cheering for the killer. They've raised nearly $1 million to defend him. The case has nothing to do with race or self-defense. It's a clear, cold-blooded murder caught on video, and the prosecution is wrapping it up fast with eyewitnesses and enhanced footage. This exposes a broken culture where some defend the indefensible and ignore the real crisis of black-on-black violence that kills far more of their own. Justice for Austin Metcalf can't come soon enough.
See, and this is how white folks feel. Like I said, they starting a damn race wide. You know? And when these old niggas get out there and start doing it, because that old nigga was saying that shit, I seen the video of him. Only good cracker's a dead cracker. He ain't gonna do shit. He's an old, comfortable Negro. Us in our generation, in the free thinking straight black man, we got to deal with what these old niggas then started. Because they ain't playing the game right. Some shit we just gotta let go and take the L. This is a situation where we take the L, bro. We take the L, man. We gotta chalk it up. I'm sorry. It's just once we start watching the video, you're like, man, where's the jumping? You know, where's the jumping? None of that happened. I'm sorry. I wish it did so niggas could be right. Niggas was wrong on this.
I need paramedics at Kirkendall Stadium right away.
Okay, what's going on?
I have an athlete that was stabbed.
He was stabbed?
Yes.
Okay, where's the person who stabbed him?
I don't know.
Okay, where in the stadium is he?
We are on the visitor side bleachers. We have Army veteran that's trying to keep compression on the wound.
Okay. Are you with him now?
He is laying here.
How old is he?
Starting to go unconscious.
How old is he?
Why do you just why couldn't he just slash the cut him like you just poke him?
High school age, so maybe 15, 16, 17.
Okay. Is he awake?
No, he's going unconscious.
Okay. Is he breathing?
Not right now.
Breathing?
No, he's not.
He's not breathing at all?
No.
Okay. Where was he stabbed?
Hey. In his chest.
Okay. I've got them coming, okay? Stay on the phone with me, all right?
Okay.
Is the assailant still nearby?
Okay, I'm here.
Is the assailant still nearby?
Stay with me, Austin. Come on. Every once in a while there's a break. He's here. Come on.
I'm going to keep you with me, okay, until they're with you. Is he breathing still?
He's trying, yeah. We're doing compressions and giving him mouth to mouth.
Okay.
Come on.
Hey, they're doing CPR on him.
Fight through.
Okay, just keep going, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Come on.
The medics are coming as fast as they can. Just keep me updated, okay?
Come on. Yes, ma'am. Fight through, baby. Fight through, Austin. Come on.
Okay, so that's the 911 call. Somebody in the chat said, how big was the knife? I know I seen somebody posted. Let me see, I'm finding it on Twitter. See, yeah, like it's fucking lies, man, that niggas be running with because it make us feel good. We gotta just face the truth sometimes. Sometimes we fucked up. And the more we try to defend it, the more ammunition these damn tethers get to try to cook us online. Let's just, man, if we catch an L, we caught an L, bro. That's my thing. If we call the L, we call the L. Don't be trying to make this shit fit what you want it to fit. Because, hold on. Let me see if y'all can hear this. Let me know if y'all can hear this.
It seemed like it was a multi-tool, almost like a Swiss Army.
Like with the like with the little scissors and everything and whatever. So it was small.
It seemed like it was a multi-tool, almost like a Swiss Army.
It wasn't a this is what they was trying to sell us for the longest. I believed it. Y'all believed it. This, I'm like, okay. So he got stabbed with one of them little Swiss Army knives, the little red ones that be on the keychain. No, he had a real fucking blade, bro. He had a real poker, man. He had a Charleston White Special, nigga. He had the Charleston White Special, my nigga.
It seemed like it was a multi-tool, almost like a Swiss Army.
Like with the like with the little scissors and everything and whatever. So it was small.
Well, I would argue the size of it alone, you wouldn't even think it's a deadly weapon.
It seemed like it was a multi-tool, almost like a Swiss Army.
Like with the like with the little scissors and everything and whatever. So it was small.
Well, I would argue the size of it alone, you wouldn't even think it's a deadly weapon.
It seemed like it was a multi-tool, almost like a Swiss Army.
But see, this is our bitches talking. We cannot keep letting our hoes talk, man. Because for some reason, their voice travels farther than ours. Their voices seem to travel farther than ours. And what ended up happening is a lot of misinformation. Because everybody was under that impression that it was some type of Swiss Army knife. And that clearly wasn't the case. It was a real fucking knife. Say, if the roles were reversed, there would be outrage. He did it. He's guilty in the story. Yes. Yes. Like I said, the only thing that we can be mad about is the length of the sentence. He had no priors. He's young. You know what I'm saying? We've seen people get manslaughter. We've seen people get 5 years and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Get a little nigga a chance. That's all I'm saying. But I'm not going to be foolish out here to be like, yeah, it was clearly self-defense. No, nigga. Nah, nigga. I ain't gonna jump in that big boat. I'm not gonna jump in that pool of foolishness. Because in the name of, yeah, we all black. Like, no, if a black motherfucker do something stupid, I'm not gonna ride with that shit. I'm gonna be real with their ass. I'm still down with the people. But if we got some bullshit going on and some bullshit going on. White folks got bullshit going on too. They got school shooters, motherfuckers doing assassinations. Shit, the motherfucker who killed Charlie Kirk was a white motherfucker. They got their own problems. And that trial coming up too. And we gonna definitely run through that one a fine-tooth comb. Because I believe that's an LGBTQ hit. And they owe a lot of people an explanation on behalf of their community. But they released the footage from the stadium where they was at. This is the footage of how it went down. Let's see if y'all can see. I'm zooming in on my screen. So I guess it's showing the kids coming up there. See, you ain't supposed to bring weapons on this premises. There are children around. You can't bring your firearm. You can't bring no damn weapons, bro. You know? And whatever happened to running and go tell? Y'all kids. Y'all ain't in the streets. Y'all kids at a track meet. Go tell somebody. You know what I'm saying? You know, but I think these are the kids running back to the tent to tell him to get the fuck out the tent. which I don't see it being no big deal, but I understand school rivalry. I understand school rivalry because we used to fight other schools just because they went to other schools. You know, when I played football, we played against another team, and it was a rival team. We seen them out and about. We gonna fight. I don't know why we just did that shit. That's just what kids do. Now, they go to the tent, confront him. That's a little yellow tent right here. Now, this whole situation is all about, now, Karmelo is sitting down. He's got every opportunity to back the fuck up and get the fuck on if he felt that he was in danger. His back ain't against the wall. You got to be real about it. You know what I'm saying? Or he can get it in and come from the shoulders like a goddamn man. I don't know why y'all ruled that out. You know, these pussy-fied ass kids picking up firearms and weapons. Whatever happened to get your ass whooped? You know? Whatever happened to that? You know? So they under the tent, no melee. Now they kept telling us that he was getting jumped and all this shit or whatever the hell. No melee. No ramblings. Seems pretty calm. You know, seems pretty fucking calm. You know, if Austin Metcalf would have survived, Karmelo would have been charged with attempted murder still. He'd have been fighting an attempted murder case. He'd have got convicted of that. They would have hit him with that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, they under the tent. They still yapping and running their goddamn mouth. You know, again, not a whole bunch of rumbling. Just kids talking shit. Kids talking shit. Let me see. How long they gonna keep doing this? Yeah, they down there talking shit for the longest. Okay. So right here, this is the part where he gets stabbed. Now, this whole part right here, still no crazy rumbling. No crazy rumbling. The stabbing happens. And then you're going to see Karmelo hit the 100-yard dash. I'm like, what happened to the 100-yard dash when the motherfuckers had your life threatened? Why don't you just, if your life threatened, you get the fuck on. You a track star. Boom. He get the gone. Now what? Now hold on. See all these motherfucking keyboard revolutionaries. Why couldn't he had took off when they was fucking with him? Ran, got his guys, and they came back and got into a motherfucking rumble. That's how you supposed to do that shit as a young nigga. Gone. Then he tried to hide the murder weapon, which is another form of, you know, you guilty, doing something wrong. Some of y'all might say he panicked. He did a lot of emotional shit that he didn't think about. Bringing a knife was the first thing. Using the motherfucker was the second thing. Now he running, trying to blend in with the people. You know, he could have ran if he didn't want to run the fade. The way he could ran now, he could have ran the fuck out of that end. But again, man, like I said, this is strategy, man. They dropped this on Juneteenth, man, because they really trying to get y'all fired up for a race war, man. They want white folks to see this shit too. Either run the fade or run away. Thank you, John Doe. He's only a victim of bad decision making. The sentence is lengthy. That's why he should have taken the plea bargain. Yes. Like I said, the whole strategy and the parents using that damn money, the way that they using it, you know, he just threw his life away, bro. Threw his life away, man. He put his life in the hands of his parents too. And they don't got his best interests at heart. They really don't. You know, you're not being cornered when you have plenty of room behind you to run and get the fuck on. If he was cornered, he wouldn't have been able to get out of there without going through them to run after he stabbed him. You know? And of course, you got to understand, his only defense was to utilize the word self-defense. You know? He couldn't plead insanity. That's the only defense he had was self-defense. You know? And again, man, fight, nigga. Fight. You can't be raising these little bitch ass boys, man. You know, he's supposed to come home like, yeah, they just jumped me. Who jumped you? That's what the fuck. That's how that's supposed to go. Some white boys from over there. Call your cousins now. We finna go over there. That's how that shit was going. That's how that shit's supposed to go. You know, a simple fight could have stopped all this madness. He'd be back at home playing PlayStation right now. He's back at home playing PlayStation right now, listening to G Herbo. You know? But yeah, that's the footage. You know, so it wasn't no big rumble like they was trying to sell it to us. You know, they got the body cam footage as well.
On me! I told him not to. He put his hands on me. What's happening right now?
Oof. That was harsh. Hold on, let me find that other body. Let me go to Twitter. Because that's what they talking about it at. Let me see. Let me go to Twitter on these niggas, man. Let me go to Twitter, man. Oof. Gotta stop that bitch ass crying. All that bitch ass crying, goddammit. Woo! Boy, you sound like your mama. Sound like your may with that shit, nigga. Damn. Run around here with knives like a gangster. Keep it gangster. Let's see, man.
Hold on. If somebody is treating the victim, they need to be over there. Under a memorial tent. Don't reach for anything, all right, man? Stop right there for me. Dispatch 443. I got the suspect, and they're currently treating the victim. Again, he's on the north end of the stadium. All right. Any weapons on you like that? Go ahead. I'll look here.
Like, man, just shoot the fade, man.
4-4, copy, I'll be en route. Help me, y'all back up a little bit. Come over here for me. Go over here. I'm gonna put your handcuffs for now, okay? Dispatch 443. Everybody can slow down. I got the alleged suspect in handcuffs right now detained.
Everyone else can slow down. Suspect detained in handcuffs.
Hold on. You can open up the channel, and medics are clear to come in. Have them come to the northeast entrance. That's gonna be a gate that's wide open there, and then you come to the victim from there. Here's the alleged suspect. All right. Okay. We'll figure that out. So nothing on your person at all? Nothing? Mind if I reach in your pockets and stuff and all that? Nothing gonna stab me? Okay.
I'm going to be out with this.
I'm gonna be a little personal there, okay? Just to make sure. Okay.
My whole thing, I didn't see them have no EMS come out. They seemed like they had the cop come out first to come get his ass. They gave up on dude. You know, like if dude would have survived, Austin would have been charged with attempted murder though, and they would have tried to railroad him then too.
All right. The victim's gonna be underneath that tent over there, so I'll get medics.
You see what I'm saying? He's like, yeah, the victim's gonna be on the tent. Like, we're gonna go get the medics. Like, dude, we gonna catch that. They really didn't do a good job of trying to preserve life. EMS is supposed to be out there with the damn ambulance on the field trying to get that boy back to life.
Memorial tent over there, guys. All right.
You see how they walking? You see how they walking? You see how EMS is walking? That's a lawsuit. There's not no urgency with them. Look at these motherfuckers just walking.
Memorial tent over there, guys. All right.
He put his hands on me. Put his hands on me.
What's happening right now? Victim will be on the north end.
And it's not like he puts his hands on you getting strangled or anything like that. Like you got shoved. When you get shoved, it ain't warranted you pull out your gun because you motherfucker touched me. You know what I'm saying? Like, Minister, I grew up in the suburbs of Dallas, Texas, and we had to scrap with white boys and taco boys back in the 90s and early 2000s. Yeah, man. Shit, I grew up on the east side. You think I get jumped by Mexicans? You know what I'm saying? Last thing I want to do is pull a knife on one of them. Shit. Little Mexicans click up quick as hell. Or you want to pull out knives. Okay, bro. Hey, Carlos, this fucker wants to pull out a fucking knife. Yeah. They be like, nigga, they gonna get with your ass, man. Better stop playing. Nigga, you run and go get your cousins. Run and go get your niggas. That's what the fuck's supposed to happen. I'm sorry, Joe. This is some pussy ass shit. I'm trying to be nice about it, but the angrier I get is when I keep seeing y'all trying to defend this shit. This was some pussy ass shit. He took the pussy ass route and didn't live to fight another fucking day. Somebody put the thought in his head that you can do this. Somebody put the thought in his head that you could do this.
They got staff standing to him right now. This is the alleged suspect. Already? No. We searched them. Got nothing on him. I don't know what happened.
423. Checkers everything about CPR progress for a witness. Briefing. That's the wrong thing. Briefing.
Nice side over here. Up to you. It's up to you.
That's fine. This is closer.
Okay. Let me do one more little check of you, okay? Yes, you know I'm fine for reaching your pocket.
How did he just stop crying that quick? That's what I'm saying. Like, how did he go? He went from Tyrese, what more do you want from me? To all of a sudden, yes, sir. Like, bro, he trying to, it's like, it's.
Something's going to be underneath that tent over there, so I'll get medics.
Look how quick he, look how
Memorial
quick he
tent over there,
turned it
guys.
off.
All right. He put his hands on me. I told him not to. He put his hands on me.
Then he tried to hide the knife. Another flunky dummy mistake.
Victim, we're in the north end.
Now, hold on. Now you see he just cried. What is that? We had 2 minutes and 27 seconds. Let's see when he go back, when he snapped back into reality. We had 2 minutes and 27 seconds.
Staff standing to him right now. This is the latest suspect. Already? No. We searched them. Got nothing on. I don't know what happened.
4.3. Checkers everything about CPR progress for a witness.
Crazy.
You know the wrong thing.
Crazy.
Up to you. It's up to you. That's fine. This is closer. Okay. Let me do one more little check of you, okay? Yes, you know I'm fine for reaching your pockets, anything like that. You good?
Literally, it's 3 minutes and 1 second, so 2 minutes and 27 seconds. Literally, in 40 seconds, he snapped back to reality and started talking regular. He went from motherfucking Cry Reese to right back to normal. White boys in Texas ain't tough. They just got guns. Man, listen, bro. These some kids, man. Fuck you bringing a knife for?
I'm wearing some little under. No, ma'am, I don't think so.
What's your name, man?
I'm about to put the link in the chat. Anybody want to stop it in the church?
Have a seat here real quick, man. Watch your head. Let me check your hood here, buddy. Okay. Yes. Well, I'll tell you what. Lean this way, so you're not resting on your hands. Okay. All right. See a little bit of blood on your hands there. Okay. All right.
Yes, sir.
First name is Karmelo.
Man.
Let's see. Hold on 1 second.
All that goddamn crime, man. Now, I did just hear him say, is he going to be okay? I don't think he was trying to kill him, but he did, though.
I don't know yet, man. Karmelo. C-A-R-A.
K-A-R.
K-A-R.
M-E-L-O.
M-E-L-O. Karmelo. What's your last name? A-N-T-H. O-N-Y. Where are you in?
I'm 12th grade.
10th grade? You go to Emerson?
No, sir.
Where do you go? Centennial. Okay.
I'm in 12th grade.
12th grade? Yes. Okay. No, Centennial. All right. Sit tight for me real quick, bud. All right?
How he was 17. Oh shit! In Texas, they're gonna try you as an adult. I was like, man, maybe they could use that loophole. Try him as a kid, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, the nigga crying instantly stopped. He shut that crying shit down quick. Who is this, man? What's good?
Hey, what's good, Jap, man? Hey, look, man, the whole situation, I've been listening to the whole show. I just got some different views on it. You know, I agree with you most of the time, but some of the stuff I do disagree. No disrespect, anything that I do.
Hey, man, we ain't about everybody don't mind. Go on, speak your mind.
Okay. Yeah. It's a few things that I do understand that, yes, they are in Frisco, Texas. So, yeah, it's a different rules. I would have thought it would have been a squabble. That's what you normally supposed to do there. Them people are not from there. Basically, not cut from that cloth. I expect that from somebody that came from Memphis, St. Louis, New Orleans, Chicago, New York, and you do something like that.
Oh, hold on.
To name a few.
Do you understand what you're saying?
Yeah, to name a few cities.
But you naming cities that are more fitting to be pulling out knives, and we out here fighting.
Nah, not in Chicago. I know what you're doing in Chicago.
I'm saying, yeah, in Chicago they doing shooting and shit like that, and I definitely don't agree with that. But I'm saying,
right.
I'm saying, you're saying in Frisco, Texas, because they not cut from the violent cloth that's out here, that they should be pulling out knives. Knives is way more violent than a fight.
Okay, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. He's not from he's only been there for 3 years. So we know that. And just to answer some of the question earlier, like, damn, why is he even there? See, I know it's a bad move when you go behind quote unquote enemy lines, because I know the dynamics. Only reason why I can really speak on the Jap, man, it scared the hell out of me. When I went to Frisco and Plano, I was up there house hunting. I went through Dallas and I saw some places. I'm telling you, bro, it is crazy. And the cars over there, I'm from North Carolina. I stayed in Detroit and I stayed in a couple of different places. No, I'm talking about people riding around in Porsches and Range Rovers, G-Wagons. Yeah, if I'm a car salesman, I'm like, yeah, that's the lick. If people want to understand why are they even there, because they ain't damn sure ain't moved there for what that woman, his wife, did. So just to put that to bed, he probably was. That's the lick. That's the creme de la creme. If you're gonna sell cars, somebody got to buy them high-end cars.
Let's stay on course with the situation.
Yeah,
they're there. When you get a conflict, you go straight to knives. So what I'm gathering from what you're saying is, in the suburbs or like the real uppity, prestigious white places, this is more of a school shooter type of place. So like you have to expect more extreme measures than fights.
No. It's not like a Columbine. No.
That should be the expectation. It should be way more extreme because they're too scared to fight.
Yeah, it's a blind side. See, you're gonna get picked on by Chinese and white folks at school. He's the one on the dice. It's not expected to do that.
That's because in school you're gonna get picked on. That's a part of going to school.
All right. Now he caught him off guard with the blade, but like I said, I know Karmelo didn't fit there, so he did something unorthodox, and people like, what? No, the way he was, people he was around before he got to Frisco, he wouldn't have never did that.
First of all, in the chat room, he was from Baton Rouge.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, that makes sense. I mean, look, no disrespect to the people that's there, but they got a different survival mindset. I get it.
But then that goes back to his father having a talk. Hey, you can't bring that Baton Rouge bullshit out here with these white folks.
Exactly. See, I think he explained it to him. It's like you teach your son how to do karate. He become a black belt artist, a black belt man. You taught him the right thing, but you didn't.
I don't think he explained that to his son because
I don't think he did.
He couldn't explain himself with just talking when they were interviewing him. His father's not a sharp nigga.
Right. I don't know where he's from either, but that's where we know where he failed at, Jap. We know it. But we trying to, I'm looking at it like this. I can't co-sign what the little man really did like that. But you know how, and you watch a game, the referee blow a call, and guess what? You get the call back on the other side. You know, it'll give you another call some kind of way. I'm still waiting on the black folks make-up call from the referee. So the justice system, if you get caught in it, good luck, my friend, because it is not fair to us. Everybody know that. Everybody, that's why it's important to teach your son that.
If he had a sharp father who had wisdom and it was pouring wisdom into him, you know what I'm saying? This type of decision would never have been made. He would have came to his father with this issue if he knew his issue, because you got to think about it. He brought the knife up there, not by accident. He didn't just happen to have it in his pocket. It was in his book bag. He went to go get the motherfucker. So you got to understand, he brought that shit up there because he knew it was going to possibly be drama. You don't bring the knife up there to, you know what I'm saying, to make ice sculptures. He brought that knife up there to poke somebody.
Oh, yeah, but I ain't mean to laugh, man. The ice sculpture thing was kind of funny. But I understand how it go and how it get down with the. It's kind of like better to have one than to not, because as kids, we break the rules all the time. You wasn't supposed to bring your toys to school, but you brought your He-Man or something crazy like that. Whatever it is.
You just killed the whole argument. Breaking the rules. You cannot bring weapons on school grounds. Not even adults can bring weapons on school grounds.
I know, but punish me accordingly is all I'm saying, Jap. It's not that he didn't do something bad. Punish me accordingly.
I want to see him get a lighter sentence, but I knew he was going to go to jail for it. But I'm saying I thought me wholeheartedly when we first do it. If you go back to the original show, I was rooting for manslaughter. I thought it was going to be manslaughter. I was saying 5 to 10. He get out 5 or so. Come back, he can go to college, start a life all over. You know what I'm saying? But this right here, it's basically his whole life is gone. It's basically a life sentence, man. If he even survives this time that he gets.
35 kind of tight though. Bro, we've seen people do way worse and get 25. Well, they'd be like, well, you're 25 to life, when you up for parole and all that. Man, the sentence was a statement. To try to, just like the way I look at it, the way he did, it'll slow down some of that. Hey, you remember what happened to Metcalf? You know, it is kind of, it's a deterrent for other people. Like, hey, I might think twice about it. But guess what? What happened to Karmelo is a think twice for them YNs right now. You do that, you might get 35. 35 is a nice piece of time. I've seen guys do way worse and get 20, 25. He didn't take a plea. He took the chance. He could have got 99 years. That's what's crazy. And the court felt like they did him a favor. I only gave you 35, young man.
What was did anybody ever find out what the plea was?
I'm not sure what they had on the table. I never heard it in the news, though. I never heard the plea. But I might have gambled and said, nah, man, you might need to take the plea. Based upon where I'm at, I know you're not going to get a fair trial. People are mad about the black people not being on there. I knew he couldn't.
I would assume the plea was going to be better than what the judge was handing out.
Yeah, definitely. The plea is always better.
Yeah, I would assume the plea was going to be way better than what the judge was handing out.
It was too confident.
But the parents utilizing that money and misappropriating that money and not giving him a proper defense, you know what I'm saying? It's like they kind of just threw him to the sharks.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't understand the council. You know, I think the council could have done a lot better, pressed a lot of issues, because you couldn't really see what happened. You really can't really see what happened, so you almost got to go off of witness testimony and stuff like that to even get it. It's too blurry.
Yeah, it's gonna go off witness testimony, and then you gotta go. They're gonna go with outcome. You know what I'm saying? Like, where's this big melee? You know, it don't look like no rumblings or nothing like that. Look pretty calm, and you had every opportunity to run because you ran after it happened. You know what I'm saying? You had a clear shot to run away. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's really hard to defend this. It's really
they lied to us, Jap. They was lying. Look, man, I was hearing stories that the dude, they done put him in a headlock. He got away. And the other son, brother he got some punches in. See, now, if that was the case, I was like, okay, now I can see why he panicked. You know, that type of deal. I could have got that, but I can't see the video, so I don't know either way. But in court, you got to go off what's there, what's presented, the evidence that was presented. He was cooked, and the defense did not put up much of. The dude objected, I think it was 2 times. I'm like, dude, I watched Law and Order and all these plays. Man, he objected twice. Come on, man. No, you gotta fight a little bit harder than that for me. From the stuff that they were saying, and people just kind of like making up stuff and retracting statements. It was gonna be unfair from the start.
I'm wondering what it's gonna be like on the appeal, man. So we're gonna see what's happening. Let me take somebody else, man. I appreciate you coming through. Hold on. Let me see. Somebody else is down here. Let's see. What's happening? Yo. These niggas be coming up in the chat. Gangster of love. What up? Yo, you got 3 seconds. Or you about to get clipped. Yo. Okay. Niggas, man. Why y'all do that to me?
I don't do that type of shit to the Pilgrim and all these other niggas. Fresh and Fit and all these niggas. Y'all come up on my show and just act like y'all know how to use y'all phone and shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, they didn't give him a proper defense, man. And the parents more interested in that money, man. Yo, what up?
Jap, can you hear me?
Yeah, what up?
Hey, this gangsta love, bro. So overall, man, I think me and you are on the same page, but we do have some points of views where we disagree at. And I want to go back to I want to go back to where you're saying that Karmelo was wrong because he brought a knife, and I'm not disagreeing with you, but let's go to where Austin is supposed to be the person that was in charge of the tent. Am I correct? He was given permission by the coach to be in charge of the tent. Am I correct?
I didn't know it was a person supposed to be in charge of it, but I'll take your word for it.
Okay, so that's what was handed down. So with that being said, he was put in charge of being a person of authority because he was a 4.0 student. You know, white people, they think they know everything. What's wrong with that? He was supposed to have been smart. But you being a man from Chicago and smart Karmelo, he's 17 years old, have a point of view at that age.
Your phone breaking up. Stay stationary.
Okay. Can you hear me now? I'm staying stationary.
All right, go ahead.
So with that being said, Karmelo's only 17 years old. His mind,
man, his phone fucking
and I could be wrong, correct me, but when me and you was growing up, we did a lot of dumb things at 17 and got away with it. So, and I'm not saying that he was justified in stabbing them, but if you go and look at that tape and you're saying something that I'm seeing that I'm not seeing on the tape, and I'm not saying your judgment is wrong, but I want you to show me what you see that I don't see. The only thing I see on that tape clearly is him running. And when you're scared, what does your body do? A natural reaction when your body is scared is to go into self-preservation, which is one of the #1 laws of nature, to stay alive. And he backed up and ran. He didn't go forward. Nobody backs up to run, bro. That's not natural. Whenever you run, you run forward. So that's telling you he was blocked.
No. You can look at that. You can look at that whole area. He had every opportunity to run. Because after he stabbed, that was the first thing he did was run. So the first option he could have took was to run if he felt like them niggas was finna jump him. Why couldn't he have ran in the first place?
Again, Jap, me and you don't see that whole video. We just going off of speculation. Let's keep it real. We can't see anything.
You don't see
during that video.
All those empty bleachers behind him. All of those empty bleachers behind him. He had the ability to flee. He had the ability to flee. Why he didn't?
Okay.
If he would have fled in the first place, we wouldn't be talking about this right now.
Okay, so glad you said that. So what happens to where Austin and white people have to take accountability to not put your hands on somebody? If he wouldn't have put his hands on him and he would have minded his own goddamn business, the situation would have never occurred because the knife don't come out if you don't bother me.
I got you.
If you stay in your lane, if you mind your business and stay in your lane, bro, my knife don't.
If Karmelo would have ran in the first, we would have the opportunity to come back and address why you putting your hands on people. But he killed and then ran.
Again, Jap.
He killed and then ran.
Okay, he did, but again, cause and effect. If that white boy don't go down there and put his hands on him, and let me ask you this: do you have any brothers?
No. Well, yes, I do.
Okay.
I have brother.
Okay, so let's just say me and you are brothers, because I'm an FBA. I come on your show not a whole lot, but I mess with you tough, bro. I support you. Let's say me and you is at a game and we see Anton, and I don't like Anton. You don't like Anton, but Anton come over and mess with you, and you my brother, and I know you can whoop Anton. Do you think I'm gonna let you just fight Anton by yourself? And we ain't even twins. You just my brother. You think I'm gonna let you fight by yourself?
But that don't mean pull out a motherfucking weapon.
Answer question, Jap. That's not what I asked you. Do you think I'm gonna let my twin brother or my brother fight by himself?
No, you probably gonna get jumped.
There you go. So I'm telling you, you just answered the question. There's no way that one twin went there to confront him, bro. He was there facing two of them.
But he didn't get jumped.
I'm not saying he got jumped. I'm saying, do you think Austin went down there with intentions? And then do you think Austin went down there and was talking to him, not being belligerent? He went down there yelling, talking tough. He grabbed his bag. If you go back and look at the original interview, they said he grabbed his bag. If you grab my bag, bro, that's robbery.
You know what you're supposed to do?
What's that?
I'll be right back. Come back with your niggas.
Look, bro, again, me and you was on the same page, and you my brother, you my FBA brother, but again, we disagree on some things. I think Austin should have left and went and got a person of authority. He's supposed to be the 4.0 student. He's supposed to be the white man. White man is supposed to be smarter than the black man. Why he didn't make the right decision? Why does Karmelo have to get up from his place of comfort where he was minding his own business and fall into these white man hands? No, sir. That's not how that works. And then you said something else that I disagree with.
I agree with that. But what I'm going to say is this. He went extreme. If it's a fist fight, it's a fist fight. Get it in.
I agree, bro. He did. He should have came from the shoulders. But every nigga ain't made like that, bro. Every nigga ain't made like that.
It's either run the fade or
let's keep it real.
But if
everybody ain't made like that, bro.
This is the consequences of not being made like that.
He made a bad decision. He's 17 years old, bro. Have some grace on him.
No, that's what I want the courts to have. Some grace for him. I'm saying he was going to go to jail regardless, but the time is too much. I don't know if you guys
absolutely.
I don't know if
the time was too much. 35 years is too much. And when he comes up on probation, they're not going to grant him first time.
Yeah, I'm not saying that, like, you know what I'm saying, he was supposed to be not guilty or whatever like that. No, I'm not saying nothing like that. You know, I'm never going to say that because I know he shouldn't have had no knife on school grounds. But what I'm saying is this is too much time.
I agree. And I'm going to say this last point and I'm going to land my plane. He wasn't charged with a knife. Why? Because the knife wasn't illegal. So therefore, you cannot keep bringing that knife up as a determining factor in his guilt. If he was, listen, they would have charged him with the knife had it been illegal. And they didn't because they couldn't because it fell under the statutes of it being a certain height.
Bro,
I'm telling you a fact. I live in Houston.
The knife is a misdemeanor. So it wouldn't even make no sense even bringing that up as a charge. But if he did, what I'm saying is you cannot bring, that's a factor in why this happened because you brought a weapon to school. You're not supposed to bring weapons to school. So the judge is factoring that in. You know what I'm saying? It's not that's if you get caught with weed at school or something like that, or a knife or whatever like that, that's a misdemeanor. You're gonna get a ticket for that. They're not gonna work. They're not worried about that. They might have even gave him a ticket for that. And we don't even talking about that. You know what I'm saying? You know, did they say something about trying to get rid of the evidence? That's another thing.
Nah, he tossed the knife. He's guilty on that. I'm not disagreeing with you on that. That's why I didn't bring that up. So he look again. I'm thinking he should get 7 to 10 years, 5 years, and then come home and continue to be a productive citizen. He made a bad decision. I'm not disagreeing with that because I'm a righteous FBA as well. But another thing you said, bro, that I kind of disagree with you with is you said that white man came up there and was speaking to the family, talking about making peace and praying together. Bro, listen, these white folks are not to be trusted in no way, shape, or form. That's how they got us in the first time, making us wanting to pray with them and hold hands. That's how they got them Indians and put that stuff in them blankets, bro. Come on, Jap, you smarter than that.
No, they needed to be smarter than that. For the sake of the case, you play along.
I agree with you there, but it wasn't genuine. And if you go back and listen to Austin's dad when he made that interview, he was telling you
to be for the moment to get this fucking charge reduced, so we don't look like a family. We don't look like a family that's enraged at them. They tried to demonize the family and tormented the fucking family. All of that shit is factored in and why that judge judged how he judged. That's what I'm saying. If the families would have been together on some kumbaya shit for the time being, it would have looked good for Karmelo. And they can go back to fighting afterwards. After the sentence, after he got 5 years and got out in 2.5. That's what I'm saying.
Agree to disagree, but you my brother, bro. I appreciate you for letting me come up on your platform, though.
Much love, Brody.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta play chess, man. Like, nigga, I don't like this motherfucker, but for the time being, while my son is incarcerated, we're gonna have to play the game. Let's see who we got here. Who this, man?
Hey, what's up with it, bro? Rich Turner.
Rich Turner, what up, man?
Man, shit, you got it, bro. Man, these folks wilding out in the chat, bro. Two things can be true at the same time. Should Austin have put his hands on Karmelo? No. Should Karmelo have pulled out a blade and gutted him? No. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would implore the brothers to think about it this way. So if you think about the law and you compare it to sports, right? All of us done watch sports and we done seen a call that didn't go our way. Nobody jumped up and said, hey man, it's because the white man made the first down markers and the white man made the measure of the football to a certain extent. That's why he didn't get the first down. That you have to take emotion out of that shit, bro. Especially when you're talking about giving a young man 30-something years, 35 years. I was doing the math, bro. I'm 43. By the time he do his sentence, bro, I'll be 60. You know what I'm saying? And that's if he get paroled after the 17 years. You know what I mean? Man, this shit is crazy, bro. All of the, regardless of, and this is where we struggle as black folks, bro. And this is where white people beat us at every single time. With any situation, when you're dealing with the law, when you're dealing with the laws in general, in the workplace, you have to take emotion out of it, bro. And they got to be strictly based on logic. Strictly based on logic. Because anything outside of that, bro, is a blind spot. I work in senior leadership, right? And I've saved brothers' ass and had to intervene sometimes because there'll be a situation that happened out on the floor. The brother may be right, but they hyper emotional, way too damn loud, talking about what they gonna do, making threats. I gotta step in and be like, hey, bro, time out. Hey, first of all, break off, go smoke your cigarette, calm down, come back and we can talk about this shit rationally. Because right now, even though you're right, what you're doing, bro, is taking you into an area where you're gonna get fired for either terroristic threats or you're gonna catch a case for terroristic threats because you're in here woofing and you're in here overly emotional and you're not thinking about the logical side. Now, since I'm a brother and since I work a couple levels up and being able to come down to the floor and have that conversation with them, a lot of times they'll calm down, come back after the fact and be like, hey, bro, you know what, you're right. But in our culture, bro, emotion always jumps out first ahead of logic. And that shit is a blind spot that we got to fix, bro. Austin shouldn't have put his hands on Karmelo. True. Karmelo shouldn't have stabbed him. True. If you can agree, and the stats say so, that we are policed and sentenced way heavier than any other group, if that's true. So knowing that, and if you actually concentrate and focus on and study this shit, and you know the game that you're playing, and you know the type of society that we're operating in, this is not even a discussion. You know what I mean? It's not even a discussion. But that's my 2 cents. That's my 2 cents on it, bro. Like the emotion jumping way out ahead of logic, bro. That we will forever be having the same situations and the same conversations and the same, well, what if this? Well, maybe it's the Anunnaki. Man, it's the Illuminati. Man, Austin daddy was a Mason. And they was twins and they was master jujitsu artists and they was getting ready to fight in the UFC. Like,
yeah, it's like, man, dog, it wasn't, when you look at the crowd, it wasn't even like no melee or nothing like that, dog. It looked pretty calm, but my whole thing is this. If you got the opportunity to run and you didn't take it, but then after you hit him with the knife, now you running full speed, that could have been the first option and we wouldn't be talking about this right now.
Facts. And then you toss it and try to hide it too. So that adds another layer onto it too. So if you try to hide the weapon, that's adding more onto it to say, oh, okay, so not only did you poke the dude, but then you tried to cover it up.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So I mean, these are things that, and I know people can be mad and upset, and it's a hypercharged case. I get it. You know what I mean? And
but we gotta tell people here, man, don't let the facts offend you. See, this is why these tethers and these white folks do all this black fatigue shit and all this, and they talking. We giving them fuel when we defend shit that's not really defendable. Only thing that we really can hope for is a lighter sentence. But we cannot keep trying to say self-defense. Oh, you're not about to. You took a life on some bullshit, which was barely a scuffle, bro. Like, bro, this is high school. This shit happens. You know what I'm saying? Go back, go get your guys. Y'all come back and y'all duke it out. At the end of the day, man, this was some pussy ass shit.
Facts. Bro, my son is 20, finna be 22, and he went to school out there. He went to Allen. He didn't go to Frisco. He went to Allen. But it's not too far. It's still North Texas. You know what I'm saying? North of Dallas. And I had a conversation with my son because he's moving around and going to school in that area. I told him, I said, hey, man, if you ever get into a situation, going back to what you were talking about, imputing wisdom into these boys, you know what I mean? Because I can remember me being 17 doing a whole bunch of dumb shit, 18 doing a whole bunch of dumb shit, 15, 16. You know what I'm saying? But I had a conversation with my son, and I would always have this conversation. Hey, man, if you interacting with the police, you make sure that you survive the interaction. You know what I'm saying? You call me and we'll deal with that shit. I'll take care of everything else. My charge to you as my son being brought up in this household, if you're interacting with the police, I don't give a damn what's going on. You survive the interaction so that you can call me. And the situation happened. He with his partners, white boys. It's a mixture of them. Black dudes and white dudes. They riding around in the car. They get pulled over. The white boy's daddy is an attorney. He wolfing off, gets slammed on the ground. My son is sitting on the curb, quiet as hell. The police tell the white dudes, hey, y'all need to mimic what your friend over here is doing. My son asked the police officer, hey, can I make a call? He makes a call, he called me. He got me on speakerphone. The police officer was like, yeah, we had some thefts and stuff around the area. We saw a group of young, look like high school kids. We don't necessarily think they the ones doing it, but we just got to check it out because it's something that's been happening. I was like, oh, okay, cool. I was like, what do I need to do? Is he going there? Is he going to jail? No, he's not going to jail. He's been real respectful. His buddy has a big mouth, but I think we got that squared away. I had the conversation with my son afterward. I was like, now you see why I tell you exactly what I've been telling you. Yeah, I get it, Pop. I get it. You know what I mean? It's simple.
You a sharp brother, and that's the type of wisdom that got to be imputed into these young niggas so they don't crash out.
Facts. But yeah, that's my 2 cents, brother. Good show, though.
Yeah. And I appreciate it, bro. Much love. See, that's what I'm talking about. Them sit downs, man. Letting your sons know, man, like, hey, man, the game is rigged. It's not going to be fair to you, and this is how you got to do. Your main goal is to make sure you get home. We can figure everything else out later. We're not having court in the street. You know what I'm saying? If you outnumbered, survive, get home. You know what I'm saying? Get gone or fight it out. We'll figure it out. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't got to go taking lives because they ain't about to take yours. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Who we got?
How you doing, Minister Jap? It's Marvin. I want to say that you are right, man. You cannot have these black women talk for you. As a head of the household, the man is supposed to be doing the talking, not the woman. And the woman is so emotional. When she was talking, I'm like, why is she talking for him? What the hell? So she wears the trousers up in the household and not him. That's how come in the money it got spent up because it was her doing, and like I believe it was the woman doing. I do believe this. And it's sad how that up in the black community and the woman voice is more important than the man. And I just think that that's a problem. And that other guy who had came up here in your FBA and the member, dog, he was on some coon shit, dog. He was defending in the fuckery. Dog, he got caught. He had a knife. And you got black people saying racial slurs to the family. Like, what? You can't do this. What's going on?
You can't do this right now. It's the time. It's the timing. They out there trying to start race riots outside of the damn courtroom, and you got this man life in the balance. And people don't think that the judge, hold on, let me get the next person. But you don't think that the judge is gonna factor all of this in, you know what I'm saying, to make an example, to make a statement. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to D Olive, say the problem is that people are arguing emotional justification versus what's written and signed into law. Appreciate you on that 10 earlier. Who else we had? Somebody else came through. We got Overhated Dale. We say, a man, if you're not an expert in law, don't get involved with it. Salute. Let's see. We got Knockout. What's happening?
What's up, Jap? My thing with the Karmelo situation, I think his lawyers sucked ass. I think they should have went for manslaughter up front. And I think he would have got like a plea deal for like 10, 12, 15 years. What do you think, Jap?
Well, it's not the lawyer. The lawyer could have that's with litigation. The prosecution was going for murder, and the grand jury they already decided it was going to be a murder case. It was going to be a murder trial.
So they were trying to throw the book at him regardless.
But that don't have nothing to do with his defense attorney.
Okay.
So
my thing is that if he would have did anything but stab him, he would have been in the situation. Like, I don't think you disagree that he should have fought him. You're just saying just don't stab him. You know what I mean? Like,
if the parents and everybody would have played it a little bit better and made it less tense, less racial tension, then maybe in that plea deal that would have been offered, it might have been a plea coming from the prosecutor for we'll just take manslaughter for 7 years or manslaughter for 8 years or whatever like that. But they pressed the issue. You know what I'm saying? They turned this shit into some Black Lives Matter shit. And they went balls to the wall, and this is the results.
They did turn a racial. My thing is like, if he would have did anything but stab me, wouldn't have been in a situation. Like, he could have kicked him in the leg. He could have just stomped him.
He could have stabbed him in the leg.
He could have stomped him in the nuts like the Boondocks, like stomp him in the nuts. But like, he could have did anything but stab him, and he would not be in the situation. At the very least, he could have just took the ass whooping. He could have went home. They could have pressed charges on Austin Metcalf, and he would have lived to see another day. But now he got to worry about fighting, catching phase in prison now, because he got 35 years. It's not like he got 15 or 10. So that's the thing. Like, it could, like you said, he could have came back with his friends and fought him. And I saw a video on Twitter about what the white boys looking like. Like, you can't be friends with white boys that look like that. Like, that's Texas. It's in California where you can have like certain type of white boys as friends. So those white boys
growing up in areas like that, you kind of got no choice. You know what I'm saying? I don't really think it was a racial thing. I think it was more of a motherfucker, you don't go to this school, and it was a school rivalry thing, because, you know, I went to schools like that where it's a mixture of kids and shit like that, it's white kids and shit like that. It wasn't no racial thing like that. Only the racial thing I've ever experienced was with Mexicans. That's the only time I've ever experienced racism personally with Mexicans. But
it's really the Mexican nowadays. Like, I get called the N-word by some Mexicans and white people these days.
Yeah, Mexicans are really the new real racist that's going on right now, man.
But because I'm in California, so there's a lot of Mexicans. Like, the white people, is not that many white people like it used to be, like back in the day. It's just Mexicans and Asians now.
Yeah,
it's the Mexicans and Asians that got this.
Appreciate you, bro. Let me get back to the show, man. But yeah, man, like I said, man, only thing we can hope for is that with this appeal, we're gonna be watching for this appeal. I'm hoping that he can get his appeal. I'm hoping that his parents and everybody play it right. You know what I'm saying? Because now it's just the tension is up. I feel like the media is sending a message by dropping this on Juneteenth. I'm getting word that they're going after the parents misappropriating the funds from the GoFundMe, which they pretty much did, buying a house with it, you know, when that shit was supposed to go to his defense. If they would have dumped all that money into a really good defense, we probably wouldn't be talking about this shit like this right now anyway. Only reason why we're talking about this shit is because he got slammed how he got slammed. Now we gotta sift through this shit with a fine-tooth comb and find out where the money went. Who is this lawyer? What is these goofies? Why didn't they have him get on the stand? Why did they humanize him? They didn't humanize him, you know? And then when you got all the people outside screaming what they screaming, every white person walking out of there, every juror gonna see this when they watch TV. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna see what's going on. They're like, man, this kid come from a house that's hostile. They didn't have any compassion for him. Because the people was out there acting the ass. Let's go.
His parents could end up in a cell right next to him for fraud. It's being alleged that hundreds of thousands of dollars meant for Anthony's murder defense went elsewhere. Investigators are reportedly examining whether an LLC connected to Anthony's parents was used to receive or move donated funds, and whether those transactions matched what the donors were told that the money would be used for.
Now, this is what Charleston White was saying, because they were talking about raising money for the defense. He said he was able to, he had some people that was willing to raise upwards to $1 million for his defense, but the parents want to keep the money that's not used. So that just shows the intent that they don't want to use all the money for the defense.
This is likely linked to that $600,000 home his parents purchased and the luxury vehicle. Now, the family's fundraising campaign ultimately raised more than $600,000 before it was shut down after Anthony's conviction, putting enormous public attention on how those donations were handled. If people donated believing that the funds were going to be used for a legal defense, they deserve complete transparency. If the allegations are false, then the family deserves to have its name cleared. But if this investigation is true, then it's almost as controversial as the criminal case itself. What do you guys think?
That's going to be interesting too. You know, and just by looking at his mother, I know them type of bitches. She spent that money. She spent that goddamn money. Seems like his parents is real money hungry, man. But again, man, if we don't start being logical with ourselves, we make room for these tethered niggas to come in and say shit like we chimping out. Say all of this bullshit because we can't be real with ourselves and face the facts. All we doing today is just facing the facts. Because we got these, we right now are at, how can I say this? We at the brink of a real race war. And they're making the race war between foundational Black Americans and white people. The tethers are not going to have our back. They're going to be agitators. The immigrants are not going to have our back. They're going to be agitators. They are agitating this situation when you have a tether, they don't really rock with us either. They don't rock with us no way, no, they're faking like they down with us. And they're going to keep commenting and stirring up shit with us, riling us up, having opinions on our situations when they're not involved in it. And then white people don't accept them either. So they really have no place in this conflict, but they're going to be talking. That's why you got all of these immigrant groups and these tethers coming in, calling us niggers, and they support, yeah, I support Chud. You know what I'm saying? They want to rile us up. A little something for the church. Appreciate you, BJ Skrill. That's why you got people like Myron. He has no dog in the fight. White people are not accepting him, and he can give a damn about us. But he gonna comment and keep us riled up and point out every time we do something stupid, like defend something that's not the facts, or when we are so emotional, we can't face the facts. Listen, I'm here to tell you, we're going to face the fucking fact that he murdered that dude. Okay. The only thing that we need to be prioritizing is trying to support him for an appeal at a lighter sentence. The sentence was too harsh. That's just being absolutely real about it. The sentencing was too harsh. Give him a chance. But we're going to look crazy when we start throwing out, yeah, self-defense and all this shit. And when we don't got the law on our side that backs the facts. Shorty was in the wrong. Shorty went overboard on some shit that most of us as kids go through all the time. Fist fights, scuffles, jumpings. Come on, man. And the only reason why I'm saying that the sentence was too harsh because they didn't humanize that boy. He don't have no priors. You know, he was college bound. Yes, he got to pay for the life he took. I get that. But we got to stop sounding ridiculous, because when we start sounding ridiculous, here comes this nigga, and we give this nigga ammunition.
Case has showed me a bunch of different things. It showed me that we have a serious problem in America, which I've been talking about for years, but now I'm 100% sure that it is a fucking problem. And that problem is black supremacy in America. Okay? Or what I like to call organized niggatry. And what organized niggatry is...
And this ain't a black man talking.
Retarded black people like Tariq Nasheed, Umar Johnson, all these other stupid ass fucking black nationalist motherfuckers, right? Making excuses for deplorable black behavior. Oh, well, we need reparations. Oh, well, systemic racism. Oh, well, it's because we were slaves. Oh, it's because police brutality. And what it really comes down to is this. You fucking niggers are retarded. You're 80.
You see, so when we do this shit, here comes the Tevas to rub it in our face that we be ridiculous. We have got to fucking tighten up, because we get a fucking ammunition.
85 IQ, you're stupid as fuck, you've been here for like 8 generations, you still can't get ahead, and you blame everybody else for your fucking problems. And quite frankly, me and the rest of America is tired of you motherfuckers, okay? We're tired of y'all niggas, bro.
So he's excluding himself from the black community, so we gladly acknowledge that. We gladly acknowledge that.
It is what it is. Separated by race, united by racism. We're all fucking tired of you niggers, bro. This Karmelo Anthony case has proven that black people have no fucking problem with covering for fucking bullshit. Oh, he's a good boy. Yeah, he stabbed him in the chest and shit, but yo, we should have touched him. Oh, craziness. We got fucking retards taking pictures of themselves pissing on a grave of a 17-year-old kid. People saying, yeah, dig him out again so we can stab him again.
See, and he's not lying. Niggas is doing that. We can't do that, because when we do that, this gives this nigga fuel to say this type of shit. See, he had the skin to pretend to blend in like he was one of us. Now he's showing us he's not one of us. So we gotta hear this like a white person is telling this to us.
Yeah, he deserved to die. What the fuck? What the fuck? Where's this outrage when you niggas shoot each other in Chicago? Where's this outrage when you niggas kill each other in LA? Where's this outrage when you niggas are shooting at each other in fucking Florida? None of this outrage when you niggas kill each other. Only outrage like this when there's a white person involved. So you guys can go ahead and push this fucking dumbass narrative. We victims. Oh, we got a march for freedom because we're being oppressed. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
All right. So what I'm saying is that the way we handle these situations gives these type of motherfuckers fuel. We got to tighten this shit up, man. Got to tighten this shit up, man. Who else we got up here? What's going on, fam?
What's up, Jap?
What up?
Yeah, I understand that, you know what I'm saying, they convicted him, you know what I'm saying? But there was a murder case that was not too far away from that county. This was in, I think it was Denton County, I think it was. But in any case, there was a 17-year-old. He and it was two 17-year-olds that were initially charged with murder, right? With first degree murder. They committed the murder in the commission of a felony, right? During the commission of a felony. So it went to trial, and the 17-year-old, one of the 17-year-olds was his charge got bussed down to like a misdemeanor, I believe. And the other 17-year-old, his first degree murder charge got taken down to a assault with a deadly weapon.
Were they white?
Yeah, they were white. They were 17 years old, and what happened was, the girlfriend had introduced the victim to the two guys, and they set up a drug deal, right? So they went out there, and then the altercation started in the vehicle, and then the victim ran out of the vehicle. According to all the testimony, he didn't steal anything or anything like that, but he did. They testified. I guess he started some type of altercation with him, right? So one of the kids chased after him, shot him in the back of the head, and then they drove off, right? And so you know, whenever you drive, like whenever you're present for like with somebody else that commits like a murder, you normally convicted with murder too, right?
Yeah.
So the other guy testified against the guy, the driver. I mean, the other guy that was with him testified against him, against his friend, the other 17-year-old. And they brought that charge down to aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. They gave him 4 years, right? He had already served 2 years, so he was already eligible for parole at the basically at the time of sentencing. I was like, well, you know, it's fine that they convicted Karmelo of you know, stabbing the guy, but as you said, they overcharged him. And then even further than that, like with the stuff that they're saying about his parents, and you know, we'll find out the truth when they do the investigation or whatever.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
According to you know, like according to
forensic
Snopes,
accountants.
oh yeah, and I look forward to seeing it. You know, if they're guilty, they need to get whatever coming to them. But according to Snopes, the accusation that they went and bought like $1 million house or whatever in a gated community is incorrect. So both families were receiving threats, right? I'm talking about the Anthony family and the family. I mean, and the Metcalf family, right?
And I don't know if you've seen the last show that we did when I had the brothers up here. We had a panel, and we was talking about it. If the Mello family wouldn't have had that advisor that was like, you know, they kicked the father out of that press conference or whatever like that. And the father had been trying to, you know, extend an olive branch, you know, I forgive your son or whatever like that. You know what I'm saying? They were supposed to play into that. You know what I'm saying? And that, because that would have kept the racial tension down. The racial tension is high as hell probably right now in Fresno. You know what I'm saying? Or was it Fresno, whatever the hell?
Yeah, whatever it was. But yeah, you're right. You're 1,000% right.
If they played into that the right way, you know what I'm saying, the sentencing wouldn't have been as harsh as it is right now. But the fact is that they made him look less human. He didn't get a chance to testify. And now you got his family kicking the father out, and they playing like they're the victims when he's got a dead son. So you got to factor that shit in, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It just wasn't played out right. The strategy was just terrible. And even if he said, oh, yeah, you know, because the other guy was who was called in was like, yeah, you know, that's how they got us the first time. You know what I'm saying? You can't trust the fam. You play along for the time being. And then once the shit is over, okay, cool. Y'all can go y'all separate ways or whatever like that. But if if y'all supposed to look like, you know, this loving family, forgiving and all that shit like that, and trying to, you know, we're both hurt, they could have went that route, but they didn't go that route. They kept the racial tension going and they went Black Lives Matter on this shit.
Yeah, that was a big mistake. And one note real quick. So according to the information that I found like on the internet, so again, both of the families were receiving death threats, right? So the Anthony family, they moved because they didn't feel safe anymore due to the death threats or whatever, right? So they did get a house in a gated community, but this is the punchline. That house was a rental and it was $3,500 a month.
Okay.
So like a lot of misinformation is being spread, and it makes me sad to see people just like dumping on them like that.
Because we gonna find out, because the word is they got a $600,000 house and a motherfucking new truck.
Yeah, I don't see any information that corroborates that. So like according to the information that I found, they paid the counsel for this first trial or whatever. And then they use the other money to like for security and moving to like wherever they moved to. And so, and also, I mean, I don't see anything that corroborates that. That's all I'm saying. But it kind of makes me sad to see like Black people just seem like they're celebrating this, and it's crazy to me. It's a tragedy either way you look at it. And
yeah. And here's the thing, us celebrating it don't make him look good when he go back up there for appeal.
Right.
Because look, right. This is the shit that's going on right now online. Let me show y'all something. Let me show you something real quick. This is what's going on online right now. They are doing this type of shit.
Knife had blood on the tip when he dropped. How the fuck you gonna stop me? Shit niggas going out back Marlo out the box.
They didn't came out with a Austin Metcalf.
Austin Bob, knife had blood on the tip when he dropped. How the fuck you gonna stop me? Shit niggas going out back Marlo out the box.
They didn't came out with it.
When he dropped, how the fuck you gonna stop me? Shit niggas going out back Marlo out the box. I sound when he died. The fuck with this floor, but I got side. Nigga go text my phone, talk about he don't like my shit. He got stabbed by a knife.
See, this is the stupid shit that's going on online. That's
how the fuck you gonna stop me? Shit niggas going out back Marlo out the box. Sound when he died, the fuck with this floor, but I got side. Nigga go text my phone, talk about he don't like my shit. He got stabbed by a knife. Austin Pop, knife had blood on the tip when he dropped. How the fuck you gonna stop me? Shit niggas going out back Marlo out the box. Sound when he died, the fuck with this floor, but I got side. Nigga go text my phone, talk about he don't like my shit. He got stabbed by a knife. One session was over.
No, this ain't cool.
Nigga sit to the spittle.
I said on the Drake for like I can fly fast, get behind us and waving them back. How you leaving?
Austin Pop, knife had blood on the tip when he dropped. How the fuck you gonna stop me? Shit niggas going out back Marlo out the box. Sound when he died, the fuck with this floor, but I got side. Nigga go text my phone, talk about he don't like my shit. He got stabbed by a knife. One session was over, coughing up blood, he think he got Ebola. Nigga sit to the spittle, he couldn't wake up. Austin Pop, knife had blood on the tip when he dropped. How the fuck you gonna stop me? Shit niggas going out back Marlo out the box.
This is shit that's going viral right now that's gonna fuck it all up. You know what I'm saying? And it gives the Tevas the fuel to pop that shit. I can't defend this. I can't defend this. That's what I say. Sometimes we got to take the L and stop acting stupid.
I agree. And let me find out that we're the ones who did this to him.
It's crazy, bro. It's crazy, bro. Let me take the next person, man. I appreciate you, bro.
All right, bro.
What's the love, man? Let's see what we got, man. What's good, fam?
What's up, big dog?
What's happening? Your mic, can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
It's a whole lot of people talking, bro. Hey, man.
Go ahead. You got to fix your mic, man. I'm going to take the next person, bro. What up, fam?
What up, Jap? Can you hear me all right?
Yeah.
Yo, I'm glad you said what you said about the press conference. I was just saying that was a big fumble right there, because had they accepted that man's olive branch and showed some sympathy and been like, you know what, You know, it's a tentative situation, but we respect the fact that you're a grieving father and so on. And the parents showed some compassion. It would have bode much better for Carmelo Anthony in court. The other thing, like you mentioned,
a lot of people keep saying, "Oh, his father's a racist." This is this. Listen, his father didn't have that racist rant until after the trial, because he had a gag order, and he started breaking down how the family was treating him when he was trying to extend the olive branch and trying to, you know what I'm saying, heal together.
Yeah, that was a monumental fumble. From the time I saw that, I was like, they're gonna bury this kid. He could have stood a chance of getting maybe like a 10-year state sentence, which means he would only did 5 years in the state, or maybe 6, and come home in his 20s. And I guess they just didn't think that far. You know what? That whole situation just screamed black woman. Like, that was some lack of foresight, hyper emotional, arrogant type stuff right there. And it didn't do anything to help Carmelo. In fact, it hurt him. And then all this celebrating that these people are doing, you know what that tells me? They don't care about Carmelo Anthony, because if they cared about him, they will be a lot more sensitive about how they portray this situation online, because somebody died at the end of the day. So it's nothing to celebrate. Whether you felt it was justified or not, you don't dance on the grave of your enemies. Every great warrior knows that. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, I had a beef with Sansa Ray for over 6-7 years. She just died. I have not made no videos going in and like that, because I'm not evil. You know,
right.
I'm not phony, but she do got a family. You know what I'm saying? The last thing they need to be seeing is me going viral, going in on their mama. So
right.
It's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be tasteful, you know what I'm saying, in situations, and be respectful. They had an opportunity to show the public. They had an opportunity to calm the public. They ignited the tension, and they thought that they was going to bully their way into a victory in the courtroom, and they didn't have the law on their side.
Right. And I know a little bit about the legal stuff, so I can answer that super chat that person just said. That if he loses the appeal, the original ruling stands, the original sentence stands. So he won't get any more time, but he won't get any less time either. You know what I'm saying? But people need to understand, this is nothing to celebrate, and the more y'all celebrate, y'all hurting that boy's chances of at least getting a reduced sentence. And you're not doing him any favors at all. You know what I mean? And people need to be aware of that.
A lot of judges want to be the judge that touches this case and reduces that sentence.
Yeah. And you know, I understand.
I'm saying that because I'm saying that from that area.
Yeah.
To be known as that judge, that because again, that school is, I think they put like a statue of that boy or some type of plaque or some type of monument of that boy in that school. Like, it's a real community, you know, a community-based area. And I don't think that judge wants to be known. Even the judge that did the original sentence, I don't think that judge wanted to be the judge known of letting this guy go free. That's another thing people ain't thinking about. That's why we had to have black jurors, and we didn't have no black jurors because the black jurors that were getting interviewed were being emotional and getting their ass taken off the ticket.
Yep, and they failed that boy too, because they should have known better. Like, regardless of how you feel about it, you can't go in there and openly express your bias as a potential juror. And in voicing their support for Carmelo Anthony, they're actually hurting him. And I don't understand why they don't get that. But Jap, thanks for having me on, brother. That's all I wanted to say. And thank you for hammering that point home, because people need to understand they're hurting him. They're not helping him. Peace.
Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. Let's see, man. James, what up?
What's going on, Jack? Long time no talk to.
What up?
I miss. Am I correct when I say initially you thought Karmelo was completely guilty?
Well, I always
Am I
thought he
correct?
was going. I thought he was going to be guilty of something. I wasn't fully sold on the self-defense thing because it was extreme when you talk about getting pushed and shoved and you tell a person, touch me again, and then when they touch you again, you stab them. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like the Chud to build the shit. But
Okay.
when we first
Have
did
you
the show,
seen?
all I was hoping was he get a fair trial, a good defense, and he would be able to get some doable time to where he can come out and get back to his life.
Well, he got none of those so far. Did you actually see the video, the vivid, clear video of the incident?
I don't think anybody has.
Yes, there are several videos out.
We just played we played the video of them at the under the tent. Well, you couldn't see like in the tent because they wasn't that close, but the surveillance of the tent, and then when he stabbed and then he ran, and then we got the body cam video. That's the only videos I was able to find. If there's some other videos, let me know.
Well, did you show the part when the camera actually focused on the Metcalfs and his posse, his group of thugs?
When they walked up, when he was already sitting down. They squatted up about 4 of them, and they walked all the way up to walk back to the tent, and that's when the confrontation happened. But it didn't look like it was.
I was speaking in particularly about when they first entered the stadium. The camera was panning to their exact position, and every movement they made up walking towards Karmelo. When they stopped, the camera stopped. When they moved, the camera moved all the way. There's a video that shows the Metcalf from the beginning when they first walked into the bleachers. It was as though they knew they were coming. It was waiting, and it followed every single move. When they stopped, the camera stopped. When they moved, the camera continued to pan to their exact position where Karmelo was at underneath the tent. And it's obvious that it's more than one person attacking him. So in that scenario that happened, he is completely innocent. He should have never got any time. He should have never got arrested. They knew and saw the video. The judge knew and saw the video. What was presented to the jury, I'm not sure. But if they showed the close-up when you could barely make out anything that happened, I'm surprised the family allowed that to happen. I'm not sure if the family sitting in the gallery saw what the jury was seeing. I'm not sure if the jury showed.
About this video.
I'm sorry.
Are you talking about this video right here on the screen?
Hold on.
When they enter the stadium, we can watch it together. Is he on there still? So I think this is the video he's talking about. Okay, so Austin Metcalf enters the stadium. They showing him. Yeah, I'm playing the video now. The one you talking about?
I tried to enlarge it. I'm on my phone. I'm not in my house, and it kind of went out. Okay, now I can see it. Now I can see it. Not that one. Not that one. Is when that one is vivid. That one is vivid. But I'm talking about when they actually. If you keep going, let me see if you got it.
Yeah, it's gonna play through.
That's it. That's it. Now notice the camera work. It is following them. It was as though they told the camera person, "Watch us."
No,
the camera is not focusing on no one else.
No,
the camera is not focusing.
This is post editing.
Right, but what I'm saying is the camera's following them. Them in particular. It's not focusing on anything on the field or any of the other participants on the track field. The camera is focusing on them as though they premeditatively told the cameraman, watch us. And if you notice what's going on, you'll see that it's obvious that I'm right, because it's just following them. It's not watching any of the participants on the field. It's not watching anything else but them. And it's following them all the way over.
You on to something right here. Now I see what you're saying. It is fucking
exactly. Now when they stop, the camera stops. When they move, the camera moves. So they knew what they were going to do, and it wasn't just no one Metcalf. It was both of the brothers, and what is that? 2 others or 3 others?
Yeah, it was like
2 and they all went over there. Now watch. Now, so those are different shots that you're showing. Those are edited shots. But what I'm talking about is the camera specifically watched them all the way into the tent. You're showing different edited versions. That right there, you can't see. There's a clear version, right? There's a clearer version of than what we are seeing right now. And you could actually see them hitting them. You seeing them surrounded. He couldn't leave if he wanted to because he was surrounded by them. And he was still sitting down. So what I'm saying is they premeditatively went over to him, started to assault him. He had no other choice but to defend himself or stay there and get beat, maybe to death. So he had every right to defend himself. Now, if anyone can say otherwise, that's someone who's not putting their self or their child in the same position. Because if my child was surrounded by 4, 5, 6 bigger people who just have animosity towards me, then start hitting on me, yes, anything I have, I will defend myself with, even if it's a gun, because I'm not going to let you just kill me.
What if he didn't have a knife?
If he didn't have a knife, he could have been the one that's dead, because we're talking about bigger, stronger athletes than him who's assaulting him for nothing. So who knows what their intentions were? Their intentions could be to stomp him to death. We don't know. We can't just say we're just going to be a beatdown. We don't know how they were premeditatively moving in his direction to assault him. They didn't go in any other direction. They went straight to him with the bull.
All right, I get it to you.
Right. So if that argument is presented in front of an appellate court, it will be very hard for them to say that he was not defending himself against attackers, not just one attackee, but attackers.
I wish they would have televised this. That's
the reason that they didn't. They have an agenda. They have an agenda, and they so far achieved their agenda to find that innocent young man who was a law-abiding citizen guilty, and they achieved their agenda. Now it's up to us, and particularly the Black community, to fight for justice for him to get out, because he never should have been. He followed the letter to the law as far as standing your ground and defending yourself against 4, maybe 5 people.
Okay, my man.
What do you expect a human being to do?
My man Overhated Dale say, if what you're saying is true, the camera person knew Karmelo had beef with the Metcalfs, which can be used in the argument for premeditation. What you're saying actually hurts Karmelo.
No. What I'm saying is it shows their premeditation. The camera person watched them from the time they entered that stadium all the way to where they went to Karmelo. When they stopped, the camera person stopped. So they knew what they was going to do. Anthony didn't know anything. He was just minding his business.
Okay.
And it wasn't just one. See, the narrative was just one Metcalf came over gently to talk to him and ask him to leave. And everybody was saying, okay, if you wanted him to leave so bad, why didn't you get an authority to have him leave, a coach or security or something, if it was that serious? But now we see it was a mob. A mob of them went over there to him. And they wasn't asking nothing. They surrounded him. He was still sitting down the whole time up until the time he got up to defend himself. They were hitting on him and swinging on him. What are you supposed to do? You're not, I mean, I'm a man, and I'm not going to let a bunch of people just hit on me without defending myself, even if it's just running. And he ran at the first opportunity he could. Prior to that, he was surrounded and getting beat on.
Okay, all right. All right, let me take another person.
Okay,
bro.
now.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
All right, thank you, man.
All
No,
right,
no.
Let's see, who else we got? What's going on, family?
Hey, excuse me, Minister Jap. Hey, I've just been, I don't even have hair follicles, and I was ripping out every last remaining hair follicle I have listening to that bullshit I just heard before. This dude obviously doesn't, the caller before, he obviously has no context of what was actually being shown. What was actually being shown, and you kind of pointed out to it. He was showing the investigation. You know what I mean? When the cops and went back and investigated the cameras. As somebody that has been installing those type of cameras for the past decade, you know what I mean? They have the wherewithal and they have the software and compatibility for you to back up and see other angles of what that camera was looking at. It's called a PTZ camera, pan, tilt, zoom. And so the thing is, it was seeing all aspects of that field. It was recording everything 360. That's what pan, tilt, zooms do. But you do have the wherewithal, and the technology is as such that you can go back, rewind, and see one simple angle, that you want to focus on. And that's simply what they were doing. You know what I mean? And so it's just hearing people get up in here, be so wrong and so ignorant about what they're talking about, and don't have the knowledge to know that they're just being fed a bunch of bullshit to rile them up. It's just, it's sad, bro.
Like it was a cameraman doing like this, following them.
Yeah, that's not how it works, bro. Not how it works. It's called a PTZ camera, pan, tilt, zoom. I know the software. I've been installing cameras. I'm access control technician for the union for a good 12 years. So he is just grossly misinformed. And it's sad because a lot of us are. You know what I mean? I might not agree with everything you say, bro. I'm a big fan of yours. Real talk. But I never chime in, but that was just some ignorant shit. And it's just sad. If I can get on here and just at least drop a little bit of wisdom, a little bit of knowledge, just to ease the ignorance and just, people building upon that ignorance with, coming to their own conclusions that are just simply a fallacy because they don't have the facts. They don't research. And so that's all I really wanted to say. I don't want to take too much of your time, bro. Real talk. But I am a big fan, though, bro. You be roasting me, man. Hey, explain the bitch. That's my favorite, bro.
Hey, man, shout out to Corey for that, man. That's Corey Holcomb, man. Explain that bitch, man. Much love to bro, man. But yeah, man, like I said, man, all I can say about the situation is I hope he can get his sentence reduced, something that can give him a second chance at life. Because the way that they railroaded him was just it was too harsh. And like I say, if he gets out, who knows what he'll be? He'll be a monster, bro. He'll be a monster. And people like Charleston White and all of these people that's been speaking on behalf of him and the family and shit like that haven't been making this shit any better. And I really wish he could push for a retrial. Fuck a appeal, a retrial. If he could get a retrial, that's giving him a second chance, really, man. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't think the appeal gonna go nowhere because I don't see the new judge that now that the other judge is retired. Whatever judge they have in there, I don't think that judge wants to be known for to be the person that gave Karmelo such a high-profile case to a white boy. And if you know how Texas is with their high school football, they treat that shit like the NFL. you know, and one of the players got killed. I don't really see. We're wishing on a star with that appeal. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. If he get a retrial and get if they play on the we need black jurors, you know what I'm saying? We need black jurors. If he get a retrial with some black jurors, then he have a shot in hell. But you know, this appeal, man, I don't know, man, if it's looking that good, bro. You know what I'm saying? Especially with the ignorant shit that niggas is saying, man. I don't think it's gonna be looking that good, man. Yeah, I would love to see him get like 6 years, get out in 3, you know, 18, get out 5, something like that. Come back, you know what I'm saying? Go to school, get his life on track, get himself right with God, you know. Try to make some type of peace with that family, you know, and get that behind him, man. But 17 years, bro. He probably come out with tats in his face, come out some type of animal, man. You know, I don't think that's going to rehabilitate him. You know, a retrial is gonna happen where new evidence can be introduced. No retrial is going. If they saying that, because I've been hearing some people saying that, like, yeah, some people didn't get a chance to testify. Some of the damn witnesses' statements didn't match what they initially said in the questioning with the police, and then when they got on the stand, it was a totally different thing. Hearing a lot of that going on. You know what I'm saying? So it's just rough, man. It's just rough. You know. But we gotta tighten up, man. Stop giving these people the fuel, man. You know what I'm saying? Because they starting a race war, bro. I'm telling you right now, they starting a race war. You know, we gotta tighten this shit up. You know what I'm saying? We gotta tighten this shit up. But look, man, we're gonna get out of here, man. I'm gonna get with y'all tomorrow, man. Y'all fathers, man, talk to y'all sons, talk to y'all daughters. You know what I'm saying? Weapons is serious. Court is serious. Jail is serious. Your life is serious, man. Have the talk, man. Don't let your kids throw their life away, man. It's your brother, man, Minister Jap, man. I appreciate y'all for appreciating me, man. Everybody who supported the show today, man. I'll see y'all tomorrow, man. 1. Church, check in. It's your boy, Minister Jap. Listen, I know y'all been looking for me, but at the bottom of this video, in the description section, you'll see where it says follow me. You can follow me on all social media platforms. You know, make sure you click the links in the description so you can get in touch with me and get in tune with everything I post at all times. You never know, the haters might try to take us down. Also, make sure you follow my backup channel, Minister Jap Church Media. Follow the channel now. We are not going nowhere. We're here to stay. Make sure y'all paying attention. Church on the move. Peace.
Minister Jap, I'm talking to you, nigga. Yeah, I got a kid. I got 2 daughters and a son. Yeah, man. Black women are bad mothers.
And that's why you having a baby by the motherfuckers you had a baby with is your fault. That's why you being a single mother is your fucking fault. That's why being a baby daddy ass nigga is your fault.
Live from the church.
Church, check in.
It's Minister Jap.
Black women, they're some of the most worst bitches on with money, but yet they're still taking trips and they look fly doing. They are the flyest broken bitches you're gonna ever deal with.
On Minister Jap TV.
Church, check in, man. Church, check in.